This is the story of the AGF Paradise as they sanguinely explore the stars in search of the destiny thrust upon them by those who sought to obtain calamity itself. This is Children.
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 Of the Spine.
Hello and welcome back to the Terran Empire, everybody. I'm your GM, Jonathan, and I have with me Kylie.
I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm afraid.
And Louise. And Laura.
Welcome to the Terran Empire. We're building a better empire, one planet at a time.
Very creepy side turn stare there. One planet at a time. Anyways, last time saw a few new characters, Delta and Tori and Iris, going through a day at work that they all happened to work at. And that was not planned by me, by the way. That was kind of a hilarious thing that you all decided you were getting new jobs. It worked out really easy for me to mold the story that way. So they all started working at Tektronix, who eventually got taken over by the Sarka Institute, the people that we know that are working for the flesh mass Terran in our main timeline. So as people for the Sarka Institute, they start having these little mind Akira pains. Akira!
They had to show me this between recording sessions because I was not familiar with this.
Leave me alone!
Leave me alone! Akira!
I still hate it.
And eventually, Laura's character, Delta, had a break with too many successful rolls on these mind things to avoid being brainwashed, not necessarily directly by the Sarka Institute, but that was kind of the way things were happening, whereas Tori got fully brainwashed into the Sarka Institute doing their job, blah, blah, blah.
Ignorance is bliss.
And eventually, it all devolved into some crazy talk at a tavern where they discovered that they were in Boston on Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot that we didn't know that before.
And that was when the first time that these fine characters realized that they are, in fact, Terrans on old Earth. We haven't decided the timeline, but probably 1,000 years ago. I think on our timeline thing that we were drawing up right before recording, I said 500 to 5,000 years is kind of how far away we are from the main
Let's go with a
campaign.
nice in-between middle of 2,500.
And that's 5,000 years before our campaign, not 5,000 years in human history time.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Human
Yeah,
history had even further advanced, from, to
present day.
present quite a bit because they were exploring all of the solar system on a regular basis. Laura's character was a trucker between different planets.
Space trucker.
So anyways, this all came to a glorifying conclusion as Delta went to fly a large ship into the Sarka Institute headquarters. I believe it was surrounding Jupiter.
Never forget.
Never forget.
The two big towers of the Sarka Institute.
Yeah. Don't look at the release date of that episode that we very much recorded in July. But by the time it got around to being released, anyways, before the damage could be done, a large figure stopped Delta in his tracks and floated him over to a window where they could commune. And the large figure was Zugaltha Ayatengan, the dragon that gifted the Terrans, that gifted humanity with psychic ability, making Delta the first person to have psychic ability amongst the Terrans. And that's kind of where we are now. We got kind of a free-form game going today where we're going to be exploring that golden age of the Terrans from the point where Delta was gifted control over his latent psychic ability to the point where the Terrans had full control and were exploring the stellar system just outside of the Sol system. We're getting into the point where they're discovering Gorp is a thing instead of souls because they use souls in the Sol system, but the galactic currency is Gorp. So we're starting to work our way towards where the main campaign is. And we're going to be going around in a circle giving kind of like histories that we think that the Terrans may have done or that will have done. We're going to breathe these events into life until we get to a point where we're going to stop doing the history section of this. And we're actually going to play out a specific section of the Terran's life prior to becoming the flesh mass. I guess I will start us off by telling you a little bit about what happens after Delta gets his psychic ability. A lot of the different projects that you all saw when you were working for Sarka, I think specifically Kylie's character Iris ended up finding plans of what Sarka was trying to use the technology that Tectonics was working on, that the characters were working on. And all of this culminated into the creation of the first ring, like we see in our main campaign. And these rings allow the Terrans to travel outside of the Sol system. It was with those rings and the missing piece, because Luis's character, Tori, kept looking into energy and seeing that Sarka Institute just wanted to pull more and more and more energy. And it was eventually discovered that the energy that can power these rings, that is strong enough or different enough to make this happen, is psychic energy. So as there are more psychics working for the Sarka Institute, eventually they figure out how to harness that energy and turn it into intergalactic travel. And that's where I'll kick it off to you guys.
I had an idea for something that the Terrans have or created in their golden age. I feel like now that they can kind of go almost anywhere in the system, I feel like they've found such interesting fauna and animals on different planets that they have ended hunger in their empire because they have such an abundance of like food and prosperity and planets that they can go to that like that's a major thing that is now fixed.
Okay, so the first kind of thing that the Sarka Institute and the Terrans did was explore for resources.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Specifically food resources or like easy to grow things in space. That's probably, the biggest part of this is it's their first time out in the galaxy and maybe not all of the same things that worked in the Sol system worked the same way for like growing and feeding. But eventually they find something or a few different somethings that are just really easily reproducible and they end hunger for the Terrans.
Because golden age to me means that like
people aren't starving.
People are fed. They're happy, and they are prospering.
Yep.
And don't look at me like that.
We had a conversation about this before the game started, before Laura got here, about basic human living requirements.
And what should be considered non-negotiable.
So Laura's right on the same page.
To some people. Yeah. So anyway, yes, we're all on the same page.
So I want to say Terran hunger is solved.
Yes.
Right?
So
yes.
just Terran or like the Sol system?
Terran.
So like it doesn't count towards like...
No.
Okay.
The Sol system is completely comprised of Terrans. There
okay.
were no such things as...
Okay.
Like, we didn't find aliens within our own system.
Right.
Okay.
The Terrans spread out.
But when I say Terran hunger solved, it's us at the beginning, and as we go about bringing people into the Terran Empire.
Okay, right. So
they also become Terrans.
Okay, so as like Terran influence expands, we bring this prosperity
across
with
the
us,
galaxy.
But only to those that
join us,
accept us, and like welcome us in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very Rome.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, Rome.
Yeah.
If that doesn't give you a hint as to where we may be ending.
Yeah. Okay. That is actually really cool. So I think along those lines, I think it makes sense that they're putting a lot of effort into like continuously exploring further and further out within the galactic whatever. So
you can say the Milky Way.
Oh, the Milky Way. Sure.
Space.
Okay.
Yeah.
The space.
Into
space.
I guess
whatever.
we're technically in the Milky Way. Maybe there's more galaxies further away that eventually lead to where our main story is taking place.
But
God's
we're in the
finger.
Milky Way. Is that what you had envisioned
At
originally?
least for right now.
Okay.
Like, you guys can explore further through these historical events, but at least right now, as we're, just kicking off the age of space travel, like far out space travel, deep space travel for the Terrans, we're still in the Milky Way right now.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. I'm thinking that they probably very quickly start terraforming like civilizations and groups and stuff. So like there's like these like pods of people who sole purpose in life is to wait until a new planet is discovered and then to be sent there to make the planet hospitable and profitable and populous and everything.
Shackled.
But like also bringing all of these wonderful things that the Terrans have as like incentive to kind of, if there are other people there, colonialists, then they're, bringing their information and technology and science and all that stuff to these people who are quote unquote without those important items.
Cool. Who is up next? Luis?
I'm going to say we've solved the hunger. We're establishing trade with different planets. The issue of trash and garbage and like excess resources, I'll say a big thing that the Terrans accomplished was taking any planet, no matter what it is, all of their trash is used to create the rings.
Oh,
okay.
so they're like recycled material.
Yeah,
That
and
is
so-
very cool.
And I think that is very interesting in the sense that prior, like in the game that we were playing, obviously multiple corporations were putting a lot of effort and resources into trying to build these rings, and it was just an incredibly difficult thing. But with the introduction of Zugaltha giving psychic power, it turned out that it was much less about the technology and much more about the ability to harness psychic energy.
Right. So then as we've explored the galaxy, showing the space, how to use psychic energy, how to harness it, and then just helping the planets to thrive with our way of thinking.
I'm going to go off of that too. I know it's like your thing now, so now we can talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that the Terran Empire has a ordinance where anyone who is psychic can sign up. And so people who have psychic energy are, encouraged to come to wherever they're supposed to go, like facilities, and give their energy. And they are paid, ? Ever seen again? Maybe.
I'm going to bounce off of that and say an early shift in ages. If the Terrans were tracking different ages of their space travel, I think what we just hit on is one of the major landmarks, and it's that there are other psychics, and they have, as through communicating, through assimilating, whatever, you've discovered that there are more dragons that have gifted psychic energy to these species. It seems like psychic energy, from what the Terrans are learning, is not something that any planetary species has until it is gifted to them, and that's when they become galactic spacefaring civilizations.
Ooh.
And this is just like a common thread throughout every civilization they find that has psychic energy, and a lot of those civilizations will say are similarly advanced, and they have other ways, maybe not rings, or maybe some of them do also use the same thought process of rings, but any galactic faring species or planet or conglomerate, they were all gifted psychic energy by these dragons.
Nice.
So that's like a major age point, a major landmark in history for the Terrans learning something.
What kind of dragons are we talking about?
Literal dragons.
The one all 4 feet? No feet?
Technically 4 foot is a dragon, but I will accept wyverns and worms and all
Don't
of
get him
those.
started on all the
Because
different
you
types
got the
of
Chinese dragons, they
legged,
have no...
winged, scaled creatures.
Yeah. I will accept all variation of dragon.
Okay. Just want to make it clear,
Yeah.
listener.
Yikes.
We could start going. So, like, this is like Age of Discovery, I think, right here.
Yeah.
The very beginning of discovering psychic abilities. So I think that maybe we can start moving more into establishing the Terran Empire.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. So you know what? I think that because the Terrans are so into, expanding their territory. I hate myself.
That was a good one.
That's a good one. So they're so into expanding and exploring and everything that I think the further out they go, they start establishing like cultural centers and like schools and that type of thing where they can train the next generation to be more assimilated into their practices rather than their like inherent cultural practices of whatever planet or solar system they come from. So I think that there's like these schools that young children are sent to, and like they're really well funded, they're, you know, very highly acclaimed, like all this stuff. So like parents want to send their kids to these schools because they're so good. But what they don't really see happening, I think, as time goes by is that like major assimilation into Terran culture rather than their own native cultures.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Actually, you know what? I want to say that the schools are the giant bunker that we discovered on the was it when we were on the Terra Beacon Neocratic Federation when we went to the
first like ring area that you found?
Yeah, with the mechs.
Yeah.
So that bunker was actually a school. We just didn't get to the level, and then all of the suits and things like that, that's where they were training everyone, and that's where like they were harnessing all this energy to put into the portal. It was like this big long tube and it's just shooting energy into the rings.
I feel like it's very militarized
Yeah.
as well.
I think this would also be a good point to jump in. Actually, maybe not yet, but we're working toward it. So this is kind of like a little future sight of, you know, how we get there. I just don't want to miss the moment. The communicators that Iris made eventually get made into communicators for other species rather than just cows, animals, whatever. That's probably one of the main reasons why they actually can open these schools and try and assimilate people, because they have this translation technology that kind of works universally.
That makes sense.
I would almost
That's really
even
cool,
say
yeah.
that, like, as the galaxy forms and, you know, as the Terrans join into this fledgling intergalactic trade route thing, that communicator may even be part of what eventually develops the common galactic tongue, because like we've had a bunch of different planets that we've gone to in a really large area on our map, and we've always spoke the same thing. We've never really talked about translating languages with the exception of the Kalima, because they were kind of a dying species.
I like that a lot. And I'm going to go off of the school thing as well, that when you graduate, maybe you become like a Terran citizen.
Oh yeah, you get like
Oh
dual
yeah, so
citizenship.
you get
It's a secret citizenship test.
Yeah.
And every time someone graduates, you have to take a psychic test to see if you're psychic. And if you are, you get sent somewhere special. If not, you can go back
interesting,
home
yeah, to like be trained.
to root out psychics and keep track of them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So we're establishing basically our psychic army and also watchdogs on planets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like where we're going.
And we're doing it under the guise of education and Unity.
Yep.
I think with is it yours?
Oh, I think so. Oh, yeah, because Kylie did schools. Yeah, I mean,
This can be pretty freeform.
We're just kind
Yeah.
of spitballing here.
I feel like there is at some point during the Golden Age, there is a massive revolution that tries to happen, and it's just like annihilated. But it's written as if they were like terrible people.
Is that within Terra, or
Yes.
is that a smaller group?
Are you thinking more like a place that's being like assimilated rebels, or are we thinking like back
Actual
in like
Terrans.
the root,
Oh,
like Earth or like Mars or something like that?
I think it would be cool. Well, I don't know.
We can also
It would be
evolve
real cool
through
either
all
way.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe it's
rebel.
like someone who's being assimilated and they try to fight back.
I think I like that the most because it's the first time that there is galactic conflict.
Yeah.
They feel like they're supposed to be Terrans, but there's a large group of them that do not identify that way.
Yeah. And they try to fight back and it doesn't go well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanna piggyback off that and say that's when they're rebelling. The whole planet is like kicking the Terrans off. And then that's when we figure out that we can weaponize maybe the rings and it'll destroy the planet.
Oh, Death
it
Star.
it destroys the whole planet instead of transporting goods. So it's like it gives life and it takes life away sort of thing. And then here's where we start to establish like global domination, or not global, like galactic domination. Where we're like, wait a minute, we can be more aggressive.
This is another age marker, is we're moving on from resource gathering and trickery to we can actually kind of conquer by force. Like we don't need to waste time on resource gathering. We have enough resources and we know how to get more, and now we can take them.
Yeah.
Yup.
That gives me an idea. We're taking them, and now we're going to start researching the dragons and seeing what their deal is, and like trying to figure out where they're from, because they just came and gave us psychic powers.
And they seem to do that with a bunch of different planets.
Yeah.
They just kind of show up and gift this amazing resource and peace out.
Do you think like someone managed to catch one?
That's what I think that they're going to start trying to do.
Oh, okay.
Catch one,
Ooh.
or like, assimilate with the dragons.
Ooh.
Because we're like, we have all this power, we can have more power.
Or even we have all this power, but it's only a portion of what we were gifted from something else.
Right. We want to take the full amount of power.
Yeah, because you said assimilate with the dragons. I was thinking conquer the dragons.
Yeah.
I think there could be factions of Terrans that have different thinking on that. Some want to study, some want to live together, some want to assimilate with them or assimilate them to us, and then others just want to straight conquer them. I think that's probably a conflict that the Terrans actually have because they're doing so well right now.
Yeah, and but the main thing is everyone is on board with the idea that we need to make contact with them.
Yeah.
No matter what.
And I'm going to put the stipulation that this is incredibly difficult and it's like the rarest thing. Like if someone, it's going to be very late on our timeline where this actually starts working.
Kill the dragons.
But it's a hunt for power.
Yeah.
Wow, I wonder if someone would make a religion out of worshiping the dragons and the gifts they give, and begging them for more. That would make sense.
That's a good,
It's almost like the first dragon we come across is named after the one that, has its books written about it to the point where we hear it in the main campaign.
Because it's the only one left.
Oh, God.
I think it's kind of like what we were discussing in the beginning, where we were trying to decide what's the scene that we actually want to play out, where I was giving you guys the options of military, corporate, or ambassadors.
Yeah.
And I think from what we've discussed, there's kind of those three factions already working together. I would almost assume that what happens is kind of in concert, and even those three factions might not completely realize what they're playing into, whereas like the ambassadors are going to learn and make contact with more sentience, and they're going to learn about sentience, and then the corporate is setting down all of these, resource management in schools and blah, blah, blah. And they're just, building up their corporate empires. And then the government military is using the foundation that those other two did to justify conquering if they don't give in to the regular means. Mm-hmm. So this is almost like a trail that's happening.
That's life.
Let's be friends. Wow, we can be even closer friends and make tons of money. You can't leave now.
Yes, that's really what's going on.
That's the steps.
Yep, pretty much. Kind of along some of those lines. I think at this point in time, as they're more a galactic force and a galactic entity, and especially when they realize they can like weaponize those rings, I think a lot of the research and development focus within the Terran faction goes towards creating weapons. I think there's a really big push for the military industrial complex and all that stuff. So I'm literally envisioning Starfleet, but stormtroopers essentially. The idea is that they're focusing so much of their resources now on being oh, well, we can be more effective in, bringing people into this wonderful utopia that is the Terran Empire. Why would anyone not want to be part of it? Once they see the error of their ways, they'll love being a part of our empire. So we need bigger and better weapons to bring them into the fold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but they're very beautiful.
Yeah, I mean they're lovely and aesthetic, but they also pack a really big boom.
Yeah,
and psychic powered.
Does anyone have something specific they want to add right now? Because I have another jump in that I could do. I just don't want to overrun you guys.
No, I like that. Yeah, we're getting the guns out.
So I think the getting the guns out triggers other more advanced galactic empires, some that have been part of some sort of galactic council for a while and have done so peacefully rather than as like conquerors. I think there is some sort of some congress that happens that they decide that multiple entities are going to prevent the expansion of the Terran Empire. The Terrans leaning into weapons so much is something that other sentients decide needs to end. So that's the first major galactic conflict that's not like infighting.
Are you envisioning like kind of like a little bit of like a Cold War standoff or like full-fledged combat?
Send the snooks. Space nukes.
Yeah, we got it. Oh.
I'm not going to give any more guidance on that. You guys can decide if it's Cold War, if it's very active, if it's like a total whomping, if the Terrans get pushed back a little bit, whatever you want to decide.
The 500 Years' War.
Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, over 5,000 years, that's not
Yeah.
very long.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
It's the 500 Years' War.
All right. Yeah.
Obviously, it's not all fighting all the time.
At this point in the 500 Years War, do you guys think that the Terrans have expanded outside of the Milky Way?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
We
yeah.
control God's finger.
Jesus.
God. Yeah, if we have the rings.
I feel like probably some of this, the pushback from these other galactic entities is like, okay, you've overextended your hand. We're going to push you back to where like we think you belong, and then we'll leave you alone. But don't come out of your Milky Way system anymore.
Oh, I like that. And then the Terrans probably did overextend their empire and lost that first part. And then they probably built up their stuff and then
In secret.
expanded
Yeah.
again and went, just kidding.
Gotcha.
It's Galactic War 2, huh?
Yeah. So like war, defeat, Cold War, another war, and we win.
And then we win. We win because we're the winners. We're the good guys. Yes.
The winners write history.
We solved galactic hunger, galactic trash.
Do you think at this point, like, what do you think the people back on Terra, because they're like the nucleus for this whole thing, are they just like the richest people in the entire galaxy and like living super well? Or do you think that the Terran government is starting to forget what made them popular?
I want to say that they're all living in the middle because everyone is the mindset has now become we're all in this together. Like we want to bring peace to the whole galaxy. We can do that by not living above our means, by not living in extravagance, but we need to divert any extra resources to expanding.
Conquering.
Yeah, because we just want the whole galaxy to be at peace. And that's where we get the whole
But our piece and
right.
on our terms.
Yeah, and then that's where everyone grows up with that thought that we're not evil and conquering, we're bringing peace to everyone, and we're all one mind.
Yeah.
One big flesh mass.
I would say I definitely like that. And I would say that that's the mentality, except for like maybe a handful of people at the very
Yeah.
top who live like queens and kings.
Yeah.
Yeah, that are like, I don't care what's happening anywhere else because I live like
Yeah.
perfectly. or
Right.
whatever.
But like I'd say like 99% of the planet is like, yeah, yay, peace.
Yep.
Especially because I would think that no one's really invading one of this first war-driven, galactically moving forces.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
and I mean-
so far we haven't really set up that anyone else is war hungry. Like we haven't said like, oh, there's kind of battles that happen all the time. It's like people are just being assimilated and now there's like some aggression. So this is like one of the first truly power hungry intergalactic forces.
Yeah. And I'm thinking that probably that like nuclear in like I say that in like nuclear family way, but like Earth, Mars, like those innermost like planets within this empire probably don't see what's happening further out because, you know, they're all in their own little rosy glassed world where everything is, you know, the way people are telling them it is. Like the government and all the different factions and stuff are telling them, oh, everything's going great. You know, we're assimilating all these planets and all this stuff and we're spreading peace and it's wonderful. Yay us. But in reality, it's a lot more gruesome than most of the people are led on to think. So the Terrans, like original Terrans, are very unaware of what's happening, I think, beyond like
The Sol system.
Yeah, exactly.
And I wonder if that's almost like a generational thing too, because this is now so many generations from
Right,
the original
yeah.
part. So I think, Jonathan, what you had mentioned before about maybe they've kind of lost their way. Like an empire over 5,000 years is not the same when it started.
Right.
So they have definitely lost some of that, especially, and I think what Kylie, you were saying makes sense too. Like the ones on the very outer rim are probably so much different than the ones in the Sol system.
Yeah, exactly. Their like whole viewpoint on everything that's happening is just completely skewed by what they're being told and like the fact that they're not seeing any of it like in real time.
Or how many generations back from conquering they are.
Exactly, yeah.
Everyone that's on the planets, like we've solved the hunger, but it's no longer like, oh yeah, it's because the grocery stores are full of food and they're all cheap and whatever. Instead, it's like people aren't growing their own food or anything. All the food is provided by the like government. It's like Meals on Wheels kind of a thing. So everyone's like, yay, government, you're taking so much care
Right,
of us.
yeah,
But it's like,
you're taking care of us. We depend on you. We trust you.
yeah, but it's not like, but it's obviously if the government's just like, oh yeah, no, oh, you're rebelling? No more
Mwah.
food. Yeah.
Flop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like that's where we're at now with
Yeah.
how strong.
And also, like, the Terrans' motivations. Their motivations are unity of mind.
Right, yeah, they're like,
So
oh,
as soon as you don't think the same way they do, they cut off your resources.
right, yeah, because they're like, if one cog isn't working in the wheel, we're all gonna explode. So yeah, everyone has to be right in line.
Yeah.
God. And it must be so scary for the people around the galaxy who were like, oh, just Terrans, they're in their own little system. And then they, a couple thousand years later, they look around and they're up to their backyard.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, we fought them once and we can't beat them anymore.
Yeah,
We can't do anything.
I think at this point, to like move the dialogue a little bit, you guys have introduced that there's some people trying to find out the dragons so that they can get more power or whatever. I think at this point, the dragons notice that this is happening, and we don't know how it happens, but the psychic ability of the Terrans, or like the number of people who are born psychic, end up reducing, and the government's belief is that the dragons are taking back their gift.
and then that's where the intrepid crew.
Weird bug creatures and stuff.
And that would totally incite a panic if all of their weapons and armor and rings are powered by psychic energy.
Maybe there's like some sort of catastrophe with a ring that like leads them to. Maybe that's like the really
Ooh.
inciting thing is they're like, our numbers of psychics being born every year is decreasing, but that's chance kind of a thing. And then something greatly malfunctions with a ring, not like in a way that like kills a bunch of people, but in a way that it's like, oh, we can't get it to work. Or maybe they even try and attack somebody with a ring and it just doesn't
go.
quite destroy it as much as they thought it should.
Yeah,
Ooh. And that would kind of lead into what we're thinking about doing, because maybe one of the planets that we were colonizing is winning and they're fighting back against us and we can't contain them anymore.
Ooh.
And so now we're being called in, the military.
Mm-hmm.
we're coming up to a planet that we know has information about where one of the dragons lives, or the dragon lives on that planet, and it's like this beautiful, like serene world that's able to like repel our advances because their level of like psychic and like intuition and understanding is
They're
like,
still blessed by their dragon.
is like a lot better than ours. So like our psychic stuff doesn't work as well, but that's why we have non-psychic fighters.
Yep.
So is that where we're going to cut the history
Yeah,
and jump into playing the game?
Yeah,
I think that makes sense.
I think we should kill a dragon.
Oh. On our dragon hunting expedition, I am playing Yvette Pedroso. She is a barbarian and a psychic. She is a metascion and telekinesis psychic. So I can identify and like locate other people with psychic powers, and then I can just like, throw things with my mind.
Oh, that's gonna be super helpful.
I know, I'm really
Kylie's
excited.
favorite thing,
My
throwing things
favorite.
with her mind.
Yes, like literally every character I have from here on out, if psychic is an option, they are gonna throw shit with their minds because it's amazing and I love it. I don't care about any of the other abilities that you get through telekinesis. All I want to be able to do is hurl things at people like weapons. It's fine.
Meanwhile, Laura and Luis are like, oh, you can find psychic energy. Oh, that's going to be so helpful for our squad. And you're like, throw shit!
I'm like, I'm just going to bust shit up with my brain. I have a 1 in fix, so I can fix things. I have a 0 in notice. I've got a 3 in stab, so I'm stabby. A 0 in survive, and a 3 in meta scion, and a 1 in telekinesis.
Cool.
And I think that's all of the important information.
Yeah, we'll come up with more of it as we play.
I was going to say, what do you look like?
Oh, that's the thing I never got to.
See, Laura is very prepared for what she looks like.
Can we come back to me while I come up with some ideas?
Sure.
I'm playing Rufus D. Shoot. I'm a soldier, warrior, ranged. I want to specialize in kind of like rifles and like long range stuff. I actually have health this time with 31.
Wow.
I don't have a gun for a head, but that's what I drew.
Yep. It's a stick figure with a gun for a head.
Yeah. I'm going to say that my guy is bald with a giant mustache, and that's it. You can think of anything else.
You mean exactly like Luis.
Yeah. And then I have a 2 in administer in order to verify paperwork, things like that. If there's some sort of trade or something that we're going to do, I can look over everything. I have a 0 in exert, a 0 in pilot, 1 in punch, 2 in shoot, 1 in stab, 1 in notice. So my character, basically my build, I can look around and shoot exactly what I think needs to be shot.
There we go. And Laura?
My character's name is Genevieve de Gallard. She is a combat medic. So she specializes in punch. I have a 3 in punch and also healing, 3 in heal. I have some skill in know and notice. I also can shoot things and stab things a little bit, but I'm just really good at punching things. I can also talk a little bit. I have a 0 in that. I look like, think of Abby from The Last of Us 2. I'm like super buff and I have blonde hair and a ponytail. I'm a healer, but that's basically it.
Call a doctor, but not for me.
Yeah, literally. And I have woven body armor. And that's really it. I'm just here to heal and punch things.
And back to Kylie.
Okay.
What does Yvette look like?
Okay, Yvette is very tan, dark hair, in like a really funky like pixie cut kind of deal with like colorful highlights, blue and like teal kind of like color in it. She's not super buff, but she's like fit, and her favorite thing to carry around is her little fanny pack that has like all of the things that she could ever possibly need in lieu of an actual like backpack. She always goes a fanny pack route.
There you go. And as Luis alluded to, we are playing military people. We're playing a special ops ground force, essentially, at the time where the Terrans they're getting a little antsy because psychic power is dwindling, and they are finally hitting a lead where they can find one of the dragons to take back the power that they think is being seeped from them. So now that we are at the end of the golden age of the Terran timeline, or nearing the end of it, we're going to zoom in and actually play with some new characters, the ones that we just introduced, and they are all part of the Terran Empire planet exploration crew, and our crew specifically is the Alpha Team. They are the ones that come in when it is really time to explore. And we're hovering down over a large, lush planet that has a bunch of jungles, a few desert areas, and not too much water, but just enough. You would imagine that a lot of the oceans on this planet are underneath the vast canopies of jungle that you can see. So some of the only real land masses that you're looking at are things that are not covered by the canopy in the desert areas and the few oceans that are visible. And we are going with our team of Yvette as the leader of the A-team. Then we have Rufus as the muscle of the A-team, and we have Genevieve as the medic of the A-team. And as we said earlier, it's a medic that other people need to call doctors for. So we're going to have you take us away on landing, Kylie. And the goal of Alpha Team is they have a lead on where a dragon might be, since they have never seen another one since Zugaltha first gifted psychic powers, and the psychic powers are waning. So they are on a hunt this is the best lead that they've ever had in the 100 or so years they've been trying to chase them.
All right, crew. We know our directive. We know we're looking for the dragon. We are to capture the dragon, and we are to put it down any dissidents that we come across while we're at it. Are we all clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So once we touch down here in like just a couple minutes, we will disembark, take stock of that world stink, and then we will move out. Capiche?
Got it.
Heard.
All right. Is that the sound of a ship landing?
And the ship lands, and it goes because that's what Terran ships sound like. That's
Yes.
the exhaust backfiring.
Better than like the actual sound of exhaust backfiring makes you think a fucking gun went off.
The big bay door opens, and you find yourself you're on the edge of one of these deserts that was easy to land in, just right outside this incredibly dense forest.
Falling into formation, Captain.
Good girl.
It's going to be like that, huh?
Military protocol.
No!
We said we were going to be bad, but I didn't think we were going to be down bad.
I have the anime blush
Oh no! Run
under
away,
my
run
helmet.
away. All right. Does anyone have any sort of like scanners or anything?
I brought the map.
I have a bioscanner.
Perfect. Maybe start off with that bioscanner of yours, and we can see what's lurking around out there.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to start just scanning everything. Can I roll a notice? Because I feel like if this is a planet that's not fully colonized, I'm going to be on super red alert for anyone who might have seen our ship touch down and might be coming to attack us or something.
Yeah, so when you roll for scanning, it's typically notice int.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have super bad intelligence, which is funny because I'm the doctor.
Welcome to my world.
That's a 4.
Ooh, that is a failure. So you're scanning, and what the problem that you run into with your high-tech bioscanner is that when you're scanning towards the jungle, there is just so much biomatter that it's like almost useless just pointing that out there. That you can see that there is like some movement in or you think that you see some movement on the screen, but you don't know if it's just some animals, if it's just wind blowing the trees around. There's just so much biomass directly in front of you. And when you turn around, you do like a quick 360, and there's next to no life in the desert area. You see like a few things that are very clearly plants, but nothing else.
Okay, so I'm going to use my psychic refinement, which is, I guess, technically just always kind of going where within my area of vision, I can detect psychic powers happening. So like if I'm just like scanning along the desert and there is a person there within my line of view that is using psychic powers, I can tell that they are the source. I'm not sure how good it'll go though with like obscured trees, but
when things are obscured, you just kind of see like a radar. It's
Right.
like I know that there's psychic powers in
that
use
direction.
in that direction.
Right.
And you do see that in the woods area, and even like in some little places in the desert area, you get like these really soft pings of psychic energy. But nothing gets highlighted to you.
All right, guys. If you were a dragon, where would you hide?
I have a map.
You have a map?
Yes.
A map to the dragon?
No, I pulled out my map. We're on the edge
okay.
of this is the desert, this is the...
Yeah, you're
I
on
see
the
what you
cusp
mean.
of two different biomes.
I thought you meant a map to the dragon, not a map of the area. That makes, you didn't specify.
We're
You just said I
soldiers.
have a map.
I'm
I don't
about
know.
to specify.
He's role-playing, Kylie.
I have a 2 in administer, so I'm like... the
Document person.
Document guy, yeah.
Cool. All right, cool.
You're throwing off my groove. No. Okay. I have a map. Where are you seeing psychic energy? Because there's a village over here to our west, and then the dragon was last seen on the pear-shaped mountain to the northeast.
Probably a lot of the soft pings are coming from the direction of that village.
We got the info for this map from that village. We could go there and verify all the information or go straight to the dragon.
I mean, if the dragon was last seen on that mountain, that's probably our first stop. We should
Got
probably
it.
go there. Oh. Okay. All right. Guns blazing. Love it. Let's go.
Kylie's so bad at playing a bad person.
I am. I'm so
We're evil.
not.
Yeah.
I know. I'm so not in tune with that.
Captain, if we come across any civs, Is lethal force approved?
If they get in our way, yeah.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
I mean,
Punch first.
Fist first, ask questions later.
if they are a hindrance, yes.
I'll reload my other gun.
I mean, we are still representing the Terran Empire. We all hail.
all hail.
Our mission is very clear. However, it will not look great to our superiors if we just go willy-nilly killing every single person on this planet.
Captain, are we killing the dragon or are we capturing it?
The goal is to capture it alive if possible, dead if not.
Got it.
Classic rescue mission.
Let's go.
So
Head on a swivel.
keep your hope on a swivel.
I love it. As we're walking, I feel like we're going towards the mountain and the thing, and we're just like constantly swiveling and using our weapons and being like super extra, doing rolls around the ground.
Yes, I
like,
love it. Just so dramatic.
yeah.
I have exert.
Just roll exert every like 100 feet.
I'm swinging through the vines like Tarzan.
We're diving and rolling.
Man, you guys are so good at this evil shit.
Well, we didn't go to the village first. Kyla wanted to go check the mountain first.
Yeah, we're going to check the mountain.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
We're just goofing around.
Does anyone have alert or anything?
I do.
Can't be surprised.
No surprises and no executions. And also roll initiative twice, and I take the highest.
You've been listening, and you've been all keeping your head on a swivel and just hearing all of these different things. You've seen some like small wildlife. For the most part, the wildlife doesn't come up to you. It seems like they're very good at avoiding any confrontation. Maybe even they're nocturnal. You don't know. The wildlife is not very present. So the few that you've heard have kind of been like skittering, going by in the canopy, because there's like a lot of canopy. So you'll hear like a lot of things in there. This is the first time that you hear something sounding like it's intentionally running toward you from the canopy.
Set a perimeter. Okay, I'm going to roll notice.
Sure.
Jesus Christ.
Beep.
Ooh.
9, 10, and then do I use anything else with my notice? Not right.
I think it's normally like notice wisdom to find things.
Okay, 10.
So that's a complete success. So you look around and you hear it coming from in the treetops, but you're having a hard time spotting what is in the treetops other than that there's movement of leaves. And eventually you realize that the movement of leaves is a large insectoid like leaf creature that has been following you a little bit more than you think you would originally have assumed. But now that you're recognizing that it was using camouflage, now it's obvious to you what's happening. And the fact is it's going into attack mode. So let's roll for initiative.
Oh, God.
Okay.
8.
That's a 6.
Big bug following us. Everybody take cover. 7.
You guys are prepared, so it's not a surprise attack. However, this thing does launch itself out of the trees and goes for Rufus.
Uh-oh.
You see that like it has these very smooth, thin, razor-sharp leaves that are very like round as it leaps, and then as it pulls its arms back, the leaves contract what the veins of the leaves are, creating these like really gashing spikes.
Okay.
And that is a 10 plus 4, so a 14.
My armor class is 19.
So this thing comes down and like strikes at you with these huge spiky leaves, and you just kind of glance it off. And now it is Yvette's turn.
Wait, I had a 6.
Oh yeah, higher's better.
Yeah.
Other
Yeah.
way.
That's me. I'm going to punch it.
Go for it.
I'm
Punch
gonna
it.
punch straight through its shell. No, I don't.
Oh.
You're supposed to roll a 20.
Oh,
Yep.
God, yeah. Yep.
Good
I,
job.
Roll the d20 to attack, my dude.
I play
See?
D&D.
See how
No,
it-
you
see how
don't,
it is?
apparently. Oh,
Nat 20?
Nat 20.
Hey.
Nice. So we'll double the damage. What's your damage?
Oh, my God. Okay. 1d10 for punching. 3 plus 2, so that's a 5. So that would be 10. Punch a hole right through its shell.
Okay, so next up is Rufus.
Okay, so I
This
just
thing
dodged.
has like just attacked you. You've kind of like dodged, or like you push it out of the way right into Genevieve, who is just ready with a fist.
All right. I'm going to shoot the hell out of this thing. That was a 9.
I saw that roll.
Plus, like you're 12,
Yeah,
right?
9 plus 10.
Oh, yeah.
19.
19. That
There we
hits.
go.
You're so defeated by a less than 10 number, forgetting that you have huge stats.
All right, so then I roll... Oh, shit. 12.
Nice. Give me a notice while you're hitting this thing.
Yeah, I smoked that hole.
Oh, God.
11.
You notice that this thing is not wild because you see some sort of identification tag on its back.
Uh-oh.
Can I read it?
It is in a language that you don't understand.
This thing's somebody's pet, guys.
And now we are up to Yvette.
Well, it attacked us, so let's fuck it up, I guess.
Cut its freaking head off, Captain.
I'm gonna attack it with my sword, my monoblade sword. That is an 18 plus 6. I think that probably.
Yeah, that hits.
Hey, I do 1d8. That is 9 damage. I'm the leader, yet I do the least damage.
Now it is back to the spiky leaf creature.
Oh, no.
And it whirls around and ends up taking its spike leaves and turns them back into smooth blades and does like a spinning lunge at Yvette.
Great.
And it gets an 18 plus 2 is a 22.
Yeah, that does it.
Captain!
No, an 18 plus 2 is a 20, my dude.
Captain!
Plus
But
20.
still.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That is a 5 plus 2, 7 damage.
Okay, owie.
I'm going to kill your entire family.
It is not psychic damage, right?
No.
Okay.
Let's burn this damn
All
forest
right.
down.
7 damage, you say?
Yep.
All right, I'm down to 21.
Are you okay, Captain?
It's just a scratch.
I have healing.
It's just a scratch. It's just a scratch. Focus on the bug. Once we've taken care of it, you can take care of me. It's fine.
We're burning this forest
Don't
down.
make it weird.
You made it weird first.
Good girl.
Now he's making it weird.
Okay.
And it gets another attack. Now we're back to Genevieve.
I'm going to punch it even harder because it hurt my captain.
Get it, Genevieve. Knock its freaking lights
That's
out.
a 14.
A 14 misses.
Whoa!
I fell to the ground.
No! I know you're all shook up because of the captain.
I like how you're all deciding to play Predator level. Like,
Just ridiculousness.
yeah.
It's so fun.
So much over. Oh.
I'm just thinking Rambo.
Yeah.
As soon as you did that thing, I was like, oh, he's thinking of Rambo.
You go to punch it, and it uses its wings to just jump up out of the way and gets away from your punch. Now we're at Rufus.
Yeah, I use my wings. Okay, is it flying up?
Just kind of use that as like a quick jump maneuver. It's not like flying.
Okay, I'm gonna slide over to Genevieve to like cover her while she recovers and start blasting. 17.
That hits.
Is 17. I'm gonna freaking blast this bug out of the goddamn sky!
I'm dying.
Captain, you're dying.
Captain, don't die!
I think I'm bleeding out. I think it's deeper than I thought.
I just realized my gun is silent.
You idiot.
I'm making the noises myself.
You intentionally buy a silent gun so that you can be
make
heard
the
making
noises.
noises.
All right, what would you say?
Oh,
Sorry.
Is there anything else you wanted to do?
No, I just want to blast the hell out of that thing. It hurt our captain, and I'm gonna get vengeance.
All right, it's time for Captain Yvette.
Is that thing not dead?
No,
That's
Apparently
crazy.
not. My God. How much would you say this thing weighs?
it's like person-sized.
So under 200 kilograms, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
I like where your mind's at.
Cool. I'm going to use my telekinetic manipulation to just try and like force slam it into the ground.
Sure, it like does another like jump maneuver after getting hit. Like it looks like it's trying to retreat at this point. Like it
Okay.
came in, did some damage, and is looking to get out. And as it's looking to get out, you do your force slam thing. And how does that work?
Buggy doesn't get to go bye-bye. Gotta use Action Hero lines.
1d6 damage per skill level. And it's level 1, so
1d6.
1d6. It's a 2. But now it's on the ground.
Oh, so you basically just like pinned it to the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, it is pinned to the ground, and you see it's trying to like dig into the ground with its big scythe type claws, and is trying to like pull itself. But you just smack it down and just hold it there for a little bit as it gets back to its turn. It's going to do a physical saving throw to try and get up. It does save, so it's going to try and move, and it's going to try and run away. I will roll to have it. We'll do like kind of ship rules here, and I'm going to roll for it to gain a point of escape on you. And it got an 11 for escaping, so
Okay.
it is 1 point closer to escaping. It's pretty far from you guys, and it's kind of trying to blend in with all of the trees again. Now it is Genevieve's turn.
I'm throwing a grenade.
There you go. That's one way to deal with it.
I'm fucking tired of this thing. First grenade, guys. That's a 19.
That'll hit.
Woohoo!
2d6. Fuck. It's a blast of 5 meters. The bug can take an evasion save for half damage.
Okay, so it will do that. And it got an 11, so it does pass, so it'll take half.
I only hit it for 4 damage.
So that's 2 damage.
Yeah.
Aw.
You see it just kind of jump out of the way as like some of the trees and brush just it does a little dirt explosion, and one of the like thinner trees falls over, and it has to like avoid that in its path, and it does as it gets blasted a little bit forward from the grenade, taking some damage. You see that hole in the back of it that you punched is like really not looking good. You don't think this thing's going to live even if it escapes. And now we are back to Rufus.
I'm going to run after it and tackle it.
You'll have to use a 2d6 plus your dex to get an escape point back on it.
Well, that was awesome. 12.
Now it is back in the area of combat that you guys are in, so you absolutely catch up to it with the movement. And what are you using to do tackle? Your exert?
Yeah, I'll exert. Yeah. 4.
So you go to jump and do that, and what you find out is that it had planned to run away all along as 2 more of these things enter the fray, and you trip over like a man-crafted pit.
There's a pit over here, guys. A pit.
Never go in the pit.
Avoid the pit.
And there are 2 more of these now,
Oh my god.
as it has lured you over to where it wanted to.
Can I do a quick notice to see if I see any controllers?
Yes.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
When the other 2 show up, you hear this whistle that happens, and you can assume that that whistle, wherever it's coming from, is probably the person who is telling them to move in, retreat, etc.
Yeah. Captain! Captain!
Yes.
There's somebody whistling.
Hmm.
Are you able to... Maybe it's a psychic whistle. Look, use your mind.
Use your psychic eye. Am I getting any psychic pings?
Yes, I would say that you are getting a psychic ping, and the direction you guys were heading, what was it, north to the mountain?
I think so.
Northeast, yeah.
Northeast.
Yeah, northeast.
So you're getting a ping just to the north. So it's just to the side of where you guys were heading.
Okay, where was the whistle coming from? Soldier.
I'm fighting 3 bugs right now. I can't... I just heard a whistle, that's all.
Whistling's happening. I'm getting a psychic ping from the north. I'm willing to bet that's where whatever is controlling this critters comes from. Genevieve, you and I go in that direction, and we will take them out at the source.
Just Rufus versus 3 of these things.
I'll take care of it, Captain. I trust you with my whole heart.
We'll go take care of the source, and then hopefully whatever is controlling these things will stop, and they will disperse.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to head towards the psychic ping, and if I find something, attack.
Okay, so you're just going to use your movement this time. Roll a notice.
Please be close.
8.
Mixed success. So you start moving in a direction, and you hear some like telltale signs of someone moving, or you see on the ground some signs of where someone already was.
Okay.
And you know you're going in the right direction, but
Okay.
they're not currently where your movement range is.
Okay. Cool.
And now it is the 3 leafy spikes,
Uh-oh.
and the 3 leafy spikes are all attacking Rufus.
Yep.
You had health, right? Yeah, you got health.
Not much.
I can heal
More
you.
than me.
Yeah.
First one rolled an 8. The next one rolled a 19. And the next one rolled a 10. So it sounds like only one of them is going to hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're going to roll.
Are you enjoying that voice?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's great. And that is 5 damage.
Nothing but a scratch.
And now we are on to Genevieve.
I am sprinting ahead of the captain to find the person who's controlling the bugs.
Give me a dex save because it's like crazy dense forest and you're trying to get ahead of where the captain is. So let's see if you can make it further.
That's a 2.
You catch right up to where the captain is, where you're both kind of like jogging and leaping over things and pushing brush out of the way, but it's like a difficult movement. Like you just use your regular movement.
Dang.
Anything else you want to do?
Can I do a notice to see if I can figure out if the direction has changed of where the person might be?
Sure.
If they're
So
whistling?
yeah, she confirmed that that she was heading in the right direction. You're confirming that you both are still heading in the right direction.
Yes.
You know nothing.
I don't hear shit.
Yeah, you're just trusting the captain. The captain is leading. Yep. The brush is a little thicker than you thought it was. It's going to take a little bit more effort.
Cracking my knuckles.
Yep. You guys are just sprinting as much as you can in dense forest. Mm-hmm. And now we are back to Rufus, who has the 3 spiky leaves around him.
I can visually identify which one is
the hurt one, yes.
Dying.
Yeah, that other one, it just attacked you because its like friends are here, but you see that it's kind of like looking over its shoulder like it needs to get away still.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do is shoot the dying one.
Okay.
Eat lead bug. 24.
Yeah, that hits.
Dang.
So that's 8 plus 8 is 16.
And you shoot at it right in the center mass where that first punch hole goes, and you just see its torso just explode into a bunch of guts, and its limbs just fall off to the side, and its head just plops on the ground and rolls toward you.
Oh, my favorite weather, pink mist. I'm going to take the flare, and I'm going to use, what can I use to throw? I want to, like, throw it and, like, kind of, maybe it'll, like, distract them, like, because it's really bright. I don't know how these bugs work. I want to just
are you trying to see if they like are looking for like a heat signature or something?
Yeah.
Or like follow the light.
Right, yeah. Just so that they're like maybe they just get out of like a little bit of a disadvantage so that I'm not taking the brunt of 2 bugs.
You can do a survival wisdom check to try and distract these creatures in your surrounding.
All right, 2d6. Yeah. 6.
And that's a failure. So you toss it out and they flinch as if it's going to do something to them. It does nothing to them, and you just hear the chittering just
eat shit and die.
And now we are on to Yvette's turn.
I am going to keep trying to catch up to that, whatever is making that whistling noise.
Are you trying to go extra fast, or are you just trying to make it there?
I guess I'm trying to go extra fast.
Okay, so we'll have you roll a dex save too.
Oh, never mind. We'll try. Wait, save.
I mean, the worst that happens is you move your regular speed.
That's a 14. That passes.
You are going to be able to go further, and because you're going further, you're going to need a little bit more surrounding information. Okay. So give me a notice as you're running.
All right. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's an 8.
So you don't catch up to him because it's a mixed success, but you do notice that the path that they were taking ends up going up a tree.
Oh, okay. I signal that information to Genevieve. Since we're like a team and we've been working together for a while, we probably have some like gestures that mean certain things.
Yeah.
So that she knows where it is, so that like you're not a ranged person, are you? Nuts.
Punch your way up that
tree.
You got
it. Do it. But so that you know where we're going to.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have for a melee weapon? Because you're melee, right?
I have a sword and a knife.
Is a sword like a fancy sword? Like, could you like start hacking at this tree kind of a thing?
It's a monoblade sword.
Monoblade means it's like super razor thin.
Yeah. I don't think it would do well against a tree. No. I could try, but I don't think it'd have a sword anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so is that all of your turn?
I think so. Yep.
Okay, so we're going to go back to...
Oh, wait.
What?
Could I shake on leaves out of the tree? I don't know.
Use 440 pounds of force to strip part of the canopy to get a better vision?
Yeah.
I'd let you do that.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to use my telekinetic thingamabobber to manipulation to chop the top off this tree so that I can see the person who's hiding up in it. That is an 11 plus my...
Telekinesis.
My telekinesis is a 12.
That is a complete success. You just grab onto one of these branches with your mind powers and just like strip it bare of leaves, and you see like right above it is where this person was running away to, and it almost looks like there's a transportation type system up in the top of these trees, whether it's like a bridge almost that goes between all the tops of the trees.
Oh, sneaky motherfuckers.
So they are heading to an easy way to escape.
All right. I shout back at Genevieve. Stop them no matter what.
Yes, Captain.
And it is back to these three things, or two things turn. They are going to hear that shouting, and the person that you're chasing is going to give another whistle, and they both get up from being ready to just about pounce on Rufus, and they're going to make a run for it towards you two.
Do I get an
Great.
attack of opportunity?
That's not a thing in Stars Without Number.
Do I get one?
No.
No, it's not a thing, dummy.
So they are going to run. They're going to run toward you guys. They're using their movement. I'll do dex checks to see evasion saves to see if they can get through.
I throw rocks.
One of them is moving very speedily through. The other one is kind of like, one of them's taking the ground route, and the one that's really speedy is going up into the canopies right away. So it's like taking a diagonal route straight to back where its owner is.
Okay. I saw that. I'm like, go up.
Yeah.
I guess how far is everybody?
So
like within...
We were like
they're
two
like 2
full
turns away from
movement
you
distance.
guys.
Okay.
And you probably have some sort of communicator like in your ear or whatever that you're in communication with them. You know
Yeah,
what
I mean,
they're
we all
saying.
have compads and stuff,
Yeah.
so it would make
Yeah.
sense that we'd have some sort of like little like ear communicator.
You're like an
thing, Robert.
alpha force. Like
Yeah.
you have easy communications.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was their turn. They were just going to move.
I am running and using my knife and my strength to just stab into the tree and climb it as fast as I can.
There you go. Do a stab.
7.
7, mixed success. So you stab into the tree, and the like material that these trees are made of is a little bit more papery than you thought it was. So after you're stabbed into it, your knife or the wood's softer. So you stab into it, and you like sink down a few inches every time you stab into it. But you are climbing, and it is faster than you would have been able to climb, like just hands going up there. So you have a little bit extra grip. You're climbing up. We'll say that you only get like halfway towards the sky with the stabby technique, but it is something that's working.
I shout up, "You're going to be in a world of pain when we catch up to you." Just to intimidate them.
Yep.
We'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. Just wanted to jump in quick to invite you all to join our Discord community. If you want to hang out with us and other fans, go to bit.ly/failedcrits. That's bit.ly/failedcrits, all lowercase. You can also find the normal discord.gg link in all of our show notes. Looking forward to seeing some of you there. And now, back to the show.
You don't hear anything in response. They're still relying on getting to this bridge and getting out of sight and out of mind.
Come face me, coward.
And now we're at Rufus.
Can I see the bridge?
They mentioned it, so you can start looking. So give me a notice and see if you can see any of it.
9, 10.
10, complete success. You see, like, on a tree near you is part of where this bridge connects to.
Okay. The thermal pistol, does it actually like do fire?
Yeah, it would be hot. Like, there's no such thing as, like, fire damage in this game, but thematically it is a hot slug that gets shot out of the gun.
I'm just wondering if I can try and light the bridge on
I'll let you
fire
do
by
that.
shooting it. Yeah. I'm going to aim at the bridge and just start shooting, like, kind of towards the middle, because the guy is, like, going to the thing from the canopy, or is he on the bridge?
You can't tell. You're just aware that there is a bridge, and she's cleared it out so that they can see from where they are, but you're nowhere near that. So you just hear that there is a bridge, and you look up and you spot where this bridge connects. You don't know if it's the direction he's coming toward. You don't know if that's what he's on directly, but there is a bridge directly above you that you spot from them noticing it.
Okay. What direction is he running? Towards me or away from me?
Away.
Okay, so I probably shouldn't shoot this bridge.
No, it's a bridge system. If you can get up on the bridge, you can probably move faster than we can down here.
Hi-ya! I exert. 11.
Do you make it up to the bridge in your movement?
Hi-ya!
So you're now on the bridge, which means you're going to have unimpeded movement, unlike these guys, when it does get back to your turn. Is there anything else you want to do?
I'm on the bridge. I'm going to see if I see them. 10.
There's like a lot of foliage in between still. It'll be unimpeded like walking, but there's still a lot of like visual impairments here.
Yeah.
But you do see someone who is like just pulling themselves onto a bridge just in the direction that your comrades are.
Do I see what's like at the end of the bridge? Can I see like what they're going towards? Or is just like, I just see a bridge and canopy?
You just see a bridge and canopy. Like you see your bridge and you can kind of see through the rest of the canopy to where they are, but you don't have unimpeded vision of the bridge system here.
Right, yeah. Okay, so I'm I'm just going to start running towards him.
Okay, so you'll do that on your next turn because you used your movement to get up this tree.
Right, yeah.
So now we are back to Yvette's turn.
Where are the little, not little, leaf critters now?
One of them is running towards you, and one of them is hopping up to the bridge.
Ooh, you know what? I'm going to use my telekinetic manipulation to try and yank that bridge down.
Which one?
The one that the dude we're chasing is getting onto.
Okay.
So see if I can just destroy it so he falls.
I just roll damage because you can see it, so.
I'm hoping it's like an Ewok wooden shit bridge.
Each 5. I damage a 5.
Bridge takes 5 damage.
Oh man, I thought it'd be flimsy.
Well, it can hold weight.
Thinking about like different reports that you've read and stuff, that this may be a major means of communications for the people in this area.
True. Since I've given Genevieve the instruction to catch that man at all costs, and I'm going to say over the radio, like, you two retrieve him, I'll deal with the critters or whatever. And I'm going to turn around and like brace myself for...
The one that's...
the one that's fast, quickly approaching me.
Yes, Captain!
Okay, so now it is the critter's turn. Rufus, you see that the critter that you were engaged with that kind of went diagonally up into the trees that helped you find out where this bridge is, it gets to the bridge on the far end of it. So it's on the far end of your bridge.
Okay.
And it's still running away towards its controller. And the other one, it makes it up to... Will it make it? No, it needs to roll. It needs to roll to make it to where Yvette is. And it passes, so it makes it up to Yvette, and it is going to turn its leaves back into this spiky mess and just try and clobber you with them.
Rude.
That is a 14 plus 2 is a 16.
Dang it. Yeah, that hits. For a leader, I'm awfully squishy.
10 damage.
Ouch!
I can heal you.
Now you know how I feel. All right, I'm still up, but I hurting.
Don't die.
I sad.
I'm going to have the other one, since it only used its movement, it's going to roll for a notice. That is a 10 complete success. It notices that Rufus is on the same bridge as it, and it is going to try and chop the bridge down.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
I yell up at it. That's my move. Do you talk to your mother with that mouth?
3 plus 2 is 5 damage, does the same amount of damage.
Hey!
And now we are on to Genevieve.
I'm climbing,
Go, Genevieve, go!
using my pure strength to haul my ass up this tree.
Why don't you take the ladder?
10.
So you finish your traveling up the tree, and you see that this guy is almost at the end of the bridge that he was climbing onto, but you now have a straight shot to him.
I'm running.
Okay, you are running.
My goal is to probably just tackle him to the ground and get on top of him so he can't move.
All right, so next turn you'll be able to use your movement to catch up with him.
Actually, I just moved. I can still shoot him.
Yep.
I'm going to shoot him.
Do it.
He is in clear line of sight.
Yep.
Do it.
Shoot him.
That's why you got the gun, so you could do stuff even if you weren't super close.
Yep. Ooh.
Such a smarty.
Okay.
Except for what sounds like a bad roll.
Yeah, that's 12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
Yeah,
So
no.
you do a scatter shot as you try and hit the guy because he's a little bit further away, and you just are exhausted from punch climbing up a tree. But you do see, you know where he is, you know where he's going, you have clear visuals on him now. And now we're back to Rufus, who is watching one of these spike leaf things trying to destroy the bridge that he's on.
I'm running and gunning.
Okay, it is going to be a little bit further away from you, so do an evasion so that you can catch up to it.
19.
Okay, so that works. So you see it start trying to cut away at this bridge, and you just scream run towards it, and you get up to it. What are you going to do?
I'm going to stab my knife through it. I want to hold it down.
Stabbing its foot into the ground?
Yeah. 23.
All right, 23 hits, roll damage.
Just 2.
It has its 1 foot pinned to the bridge. You see it looking just angry.
Yeah.
Now we were back to Yvette's turn.
Uh-huh. I'm going to take a swing at that critter that's near me.
Yep.
So 12 plus 6 is an 18.
18 hits.
Yes. 8 damage.
It is still looking fairly healthy.
Boo.
Anything else you want to do?
But yeah, I think I'm going to try and now run up that tree.
You're also going to climb up the tree?
Yeah.
Use an exert dex check.
Oops. I have none of those. That's an 8 minus 1 is a 7.
So mixed success, you are halfway up the tree.
I'll take it. It's better than falling back
Actually,
down.
that's not fair. That would be, you're only a quarter way up the tree because she used her
Okay.
full movement
Oh,
and had
yeah.
a mixed success. So
Yeah. that makes sense. I'm slightly off the ground.
You are above head height of this creature that you're fighting. Okay, and now it is back to the Spiky Leaf gang. The one that's pinned with Rufus is going to roll a physical save to try and rip its foot free. That is a 12, so it beats its physical save, so it does that, but I'm going to say that it takes damage from the knife again for doing that. So it takes 1 more damage.
Freaking die.
And it is going to, again, attack the bridge to try and make it go down, because it knows it can fly and that you can't.
Yeah.
That is a miss. It hits a support on the bridge and doesn't end up doing any damage to it.
Good.
It's frustrated. And the other one that is down with Yvette is going to use its little wings and jump up and start trying to hit Yvette.
Great.
I'm going to say it has disadvantage because you're climbing away from it.
Haha.
And it's with disadvantage got a 6. So
Nope.
that misses.
Nice.
So you are climbing just out of the way of this thing, and the guy that is running away from you, he takes like a right onto another area of bridges.
Damn it.
So now it is back to Genevieve's turn.
I'm going to kill this man.
Whip.
I'm catching up to him. I'm sprinting. Like all of my training, all my combat training, just sprinting. Awesome. That's a 7.
So that's a 7, so that is a mixed success. So I will say that you do move more than your normal movement, so you are able to keep this guy in visuals at all times, so you could take a shot on him again still.
Okay, yeah, I'll shoot him. I'm trying to shoot him in the legs, just so he will stop running.
Shoot
1.
to maim. Oh,
Great.
good.
So you miss, and he just kind of, just for like a brief moment when he's taking that right, he has to go around like the trunk of the tree, and it's right as he disappears from view is when you take a shot that would have hit him in the legs.
Stick to your healing.
And now we are back to Rufus.
Wow.
Okay, I'm going to keep running.
He's still right in front of you. He's still just trying to cut the bridge down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm going to just...
Push him out of the way and run.
Run past him.
yeah.
Okay, roll in exert dex.
Hiya! 10.
10, complete success. So you push past this creature that's attacking the bridge. You get off of this bridge and you do the same, running around a trunk, and now you're on a separate bridge where you see, if it's like a triangle, you just ran on a bridge here. You went around the tree and took a right, and you can see the guy who just ran around a tree and is heading still to the right.
I'm going to kill him.
He's at the other end of your bridge. You can barely see him, but you can see him.
Yeah, he's running away from me.
Away, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Where that tree trunk that he's running away from you from, if you go to the left, is where Genevieve is chasing currently.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you guys are kind of like pinching, but right behind him. You didn't like pinch in front of him.
Right. Yeah.
Shit.
Am I able... Is he in my line of sight? Can I
Yes.
shoot him? I'm going to shoot. Shoot. 23.
Yikes. You hit.
Get him, Rufus, to shoot.
I'm gonna shoot. 3 plus 4 plus 8 is 12.
This guy immediately just, and like stumbles forward, and you see him like catch himself on the bridge and pick him back up, but there's a clear limp in his movement now.
Call off the bugs, you simpleton!
Yes.
What?
Translate on. Hold on. Idiot!
Fuck off and die, Terran scum!
Rude.
Captain, we should kill them. They're not being nice to us.
Oh, yeah, we're going to. Don't worry about it.
Cool.
That is on the first thing on my to-do list right now.
And after Rufus's turn is Yvette's turn.
I'm going to keep climbing that tree.
Give me an exert dex.
Neither of which I have. Oh, that's a 3. No, that's a 2.
That is a complete failure. You grab onto a spot of this that is a little bit rotten, and it just like pulls out under your hand, and you start falling back down to the ground, falling towards this bug thing that has its scissor pincers just like out, ready to just slice at you as you fall.
Uh-oh.
You've only done a movement action. You can try and do something while you're falling. You guys are like an elite unit.
I'm gonna extract my sword and just like, as I'm coming down, to see if I can just like stab it in the face.
All right,
as
roll
I fall.
to attack.
Nice.
It's worth a shot. Oh, no, it's not. That's only a 12. Wait, no, that's a 9. I lied. Hang on. 9 plus 6.
15.
15.
Meets it, beats it.
Oh.
You finally found the AC.
Woohoo! All right, I need one of these. That's a 3 plus a 1 is a 4. To the face!
And you're on
That's gotta
top of
count
it.
for something.
Can you control it with your telekinesis to make it fly?
Fucking wish.
That'd be really
That'd be cool.
Okay, and if you're not doing anything else, it is back
Well,
to
that's
the
it.
spiky leafs and the guy. The spiky leafs, one of them is going to attack Yvette. That's just the easy answer. How's a 17 sounding?
Oh, no, it hits. Wah.
How's a 9 sounding for damage?
Woof. I have 2
Oh.
left.
Oh, boy.
We're supposed to be elite.
Yeah.
Well, I'm squishy.
Well, these things are also like some sort of controlled murder
Yeah.
bug. Like, they're strong.
How are we supposed to kill a dragon? We can't kill 3 bugs.
We can't even kill 3 bugs.
We'll figure it
And
out.
then the other one, which was chopping down the tree or chopping down the bridge, is going to start pursuing Rufus. So it's going to use its movement to catch up to you, and it's going to attack. And I don't take it, an 8 hits.
Nope. 19, baby.
So it just swings, and you just kind of jump over it. Like, you see it because you have, like, the alert ability, and you hear it giving up on attacking the bridge, and it goes to swipe at you, and you just kind of, like, jump over its swipe down at your legs.
Your mother's a whale.
And now it is back to Genevieve. You can say that you still have the guy in sight.
He didn't move.
No, he's moving, but I'm assuming you are moving too. From your normal movement, you can still keep him in sight as you catch up to the tree, and he's at the other end of that next bridge, like a bridge behind him every time. But he is still in sight. You can roll to see if you can move twice your distance.
Please. No. No, I don't.
Well, you can take pot shots at him with your gun still.
Okay.
Guys, this is not an auspicious start to
I'm
our
so-
alpha elite team life here.
That's 13 to hit.
13 meets it, beats it.
Hey!
Yes. Okay, I'm hitting his other leg.
Okay. Roll damage.
That's 1d12.
What?
Yeah, it's a combat rifle. 1. Fuck.
No!
Why are my dice so terrible?
They're mean today. They don't like that you're being evil.
Yeah.
Is that 1 plus anything?
Oh, yeah, I guess it would be, +1, so it's 2.
It's better than just a 1.
Yeah.
Well, his hobble is more hobbly.
Great.
Now we're back at Rufus.
Running and gunning. I gotta catch up to him. I'm gonna see if there's any other paths. So I want to notice
To see if there's like an intercepting path.
Yeah, like because like maybe there's different levels, like because we're just like full of adrenaline, whatever. And that is a 12.
You notice that there are a series of branches that you could take that would get you in front of him if you don't fall. So that would be an evasion save.
I did.
That's a 10.
There you go. So you take that, which means you have him in sight, and next turn you could get ahead of him. You're kind of in line with him right now, but you're on branches and he's on the bridge.
Okay.
And now it is Yvette.
Yep, I'm now...
You're back in combat on the ground with this thing.
Crap. You know what I'm gonna fucking do?
What?
I'm gonna fucking walk up this fucking tree like I own this bullshit.
Oh,
You could've
no.
walked
Yeah,
up
I could have
Really?
fucking walked up this tree earlier.
I didn't even know that you took that one. I would have reminded you.
I have kinetic transversal. I can walk up walls and ceilings if I commit effort for the turn.
Okay, the effort is now worthwhile as you're feeling the exhaustion of battle that you are
Yup.
going to spend an effort to just get effortlessly to the bridge of that tree.
Yep, I'm gonna walk up that tree like I'm fucking Spider-Man.
And you do so.
And then I run after the
That
rest
was
of my
already
group.
your movement.
Oh, well,
You are going to be running after the rest of
right.
your group, but
I'm going to grab a branch and then use my brain powers to launch it like a javelin at the one on the ground.
sure. Roll your damage, because I don't think there's anything you can do about that.
4.
Okay. Takes 4 damage.
Nice.
Straight to the face.
Could have just walked up. The
I
whole
could have just
time.
fucking walked up the tree.
Elite Squadron.
Yeah, let's go.
And now it is the spiky guy's turn. So the one that was chasing Yvette is going to use all of its movement to get up to the tree. It's just there. It used all of its turn to just fly all the way up. It's there with you now, so it may like attack you later, but it doesn't have enough energy to do that now. The other one was still chasing after Rufus, so it is going to fly and not have to take any of those dice to like run on the tree. It is just going to use its regular movement to fly up to you, and it's going to roll. 17 to hit.
Oh.
Does not hit, so it whiffs as you are running along the trees. And now it is back to Genevieve, as this guy is just getting to the end of that bridge because you guys have hobbled him quite badly. So he is still within sight. He's not like getting onto another bridge, so you can use your movement to catch up to him.
Oh, I'm catching up.
Stab him.
I'm going to punch him in the face.
Okay. Just clock him in straight in the face or like back of the head or?
I mean, yeah, he's running away from me, so back in the head. Like,
Okay.
I want to just immobilize
You're down.
him. Yeah, you're down. Like, that's... And I'm running full speed, like, full on, just all of my weight into this
Superman
punch.
punch.
Nice. 23.
That's plenty. So roll your damage.
4 + 2 is 6 damage, right to the back of his head.
You knock him down and he is gasping as he like rolls over and is like clearly concussed and trying to see things. And you hear him make like a few whistles, but he like puts his hands up. Don't kill me! Don't kill me!
Call off your bugs.
I did! I just did!
So we're out of combat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what are you guys doing now that you've captured him?
I'm holding him down and waiting for Captain and Rufus to catch up. But while they're catching up, because we're out of combat now, I'm going to ask him, are there any others around or is it just you?
It's just me here. I was the scout today.
I guess I can't tell if he's lying. Okay. Cool. Okay. I'm holding a knife to his throat, by the way. I have my knife.
It's just me!
Where is the dragon?
I don't know! It hasn't shown its face around here in a while!
You're a fucking liar, because we heard reports that it was right over there by that mountain recently. So you're spitting hot air at my ass.
I didn't come from the mountain! I didn't come from the mountain!
You guys caught up yet?
Have we caught up yet?
Sure.
All right.
And you guys see
I stagger over.
Yeah, you guys see the leafy insectoid things just kind of disappear back into the brush, like activating its camouflage and going away.
Okay. Genevieve, heal the captain.
Yeah, you take over.
Hey, Bozo.
What do you want?
How many bugs can we get? How do you control them?
What?
How do you control the bugs?
We train them!
Punch.
Roll.
Oh, fuck. 4.
He dies.
Oh, fuck.
You just snap his neck as you punch him. You had exactly 4 health left.
Is he mortally wounded or just dead? Because I can revive him if he's mortally wounded.
You can revive him because it's not like a heavy weapons damage. You just like punch him across the face and you just hear a neck snap and he's just
Jesus.
You're a damn liar. Yeah, sorry. I know you're supposed to be healing the captain, but I kind of went overboard.
Rufus,
Genevieve.
we talked about this. Punching is my thing. You don't have the restraint.
They hurt the captain. I had to.
Oh, God
just
damn
floppy
it.
neck person sitting on the bridge here.
Yeah.
God damn it. Put this bandage on the captain while I deal with your mess.
Okay. I don't know how to administer.
Yeah, you don't have heal, so you physically can't.
Yeah, you can't. You're
I just put it on top of you.
I just like look at it and go, thank you.
Alpha team captain, let's go.
Okay, he has 4 health.
Oh, my neck! Oh!
Don't make me hit you again.
He's like tensing and it's like
Jesus.
still grinding his now snapped like vertebrae.
Oh my God.
Tell us about the other protection and traps you have around your village while he holds you down and I heal the captain.
It's not around the village, it's around the mountain. We don't go up there. We don't let anybody else go to see the dragon either. It's old, it's dying.
Oh, the dragon's dying. How many psychics are left in your village?
I can't tell you anymore.
I want to punch you so bad.
You definitely can. You're just not willing to.
Semantics!
You already died once, fool.
Maybe we can
I was just-
persuade him.
Maybe
Yeah.
we could, make the deal a little bit more interesting.
Take a trip to the village.
We could take a trip to your village.
No! No, please don't!
Yeah, let's tie him up while I heal
Yeah,
you.
I'm
Ow!
thinking
Oh, don't! You're not supposed to move people with broken necks! Jesus!
I gag him.
it's not broken anymore.
Oh, yeah. This is good.
God damn it!
Watch, this is gonna be the episode everyone stops listening to our podcast because we're just so fucking mean.
No, people love evil shit. Okay, so I'm giving you a Lazarus patch
Okay.
because my basic heal I can only do 1 a day. That's
okay.
not the revive. It's just like
Right.
basic med supplies. But I can
Right.
give you a stim which heals twice as much.
Ooh.
4.
Yay! It's better than the 2 I had.
I can also give you like my basic med supply heal, which is different. I can only do that once a day though.
Mine should be okay for now.
Or I can do it once per person per day. So I could heal him, but
Gotcha.
only 1 more time.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll be okay for now. I also have a Lazarus patch, so if it comes down to it, you can always apply that to me
Yeah.
because I can't do it.
Oh, and it heals twice as much. So that
Oh.
was
8.
8.
Oh, because you
So
did
back
the
at
stim.
10.
You're back at 10.
Okay, awesome.
Take us to your leader.
Can't fucking move, buddy!
Can carry him.
Yeah. I'm just gonna
Just
carry
point
him.
in the right direction.
Just hear his neck crunching as you firemen carry him without any support on his neck.
Oh yeah, his head is behind me, so I just ate beans. So
Oh my god.
I'm evil.
You ask him which way to
Jeez.
go, and he is leading you towards the mountain, not the village.
Captain, can you tell where other people are in the village if they're psychics?
I'm gonna ping for psychics real quick.
Sure. As you guys are walking, you take like a while as you're walking with this guy, just like whimpering as you're walking like a mile northeast, and you ping, and you know that there is psychic energy to the northeast. Like you are heading in the right direction, and the more you walk, the more condensed each of these pings get, and it seems like you are walking into, like he had mentioned that there's like others protecting the dragon, and that he doesn't go up into the mountain. It seems like there is a ring of protectors in this direction as it like kind of zooms in on, or not zooms in, but the radar like starts condensing to separated areas. So it seems like there is a lot of people protecting just the mountain in general.
Gotcha. Okay. I relay this information to you guys. I think he may be trying to lead us into a trap.
It's where you guys wanted to go. You wanted to go to the dragon. I'm leading you there. I told you that there were going to be people there to kill you.
We want to go to the village.
Roll damage.
All right.
His broken neck.
Let's tone it down a smidge. We don't need him to alert everyone to our presence. I would rather have the advantage here.
Yeah, just give him a little tap.
Maybe we should leave him behind before his screaming alerts everybody to our presence.
Hey, buddy, here's the map. Point exactly where the dragon is, exactly where the village is, and how many guards there are.
You have the village mapped out. It's right there.
Okay. And then just kill him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Stab right in the gut. Eat shit
Gross.
and die.
All right. So we're going to need to be strategic about this.
Oh, wait, Captain.
Yeah.
We should check if he has any insignia or something
Oh,
like that.
yes.
Some
You
sort
do
of pass.
that. That is a good idea.
Use your administer.
13.
Yeah, so you look at it, and it's a registered marking that he has on him that you knew from your scouting reports up in the ship. And when you're looking through it, it's like a rumored insignia, like you know the insignia of the village. And then there were a few others that they were like, these might be applicable, they might just be cultural, etc. But we believe that these are the symbol of people who worship the dragons. So these are almost like shrine guardians that you found.
Got it. Okay. Hey, Genevieve, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys are like some sort of cult. They love the dragon. I'm wondering if we should approach the village a different way.
How so?
Maybe say we want to pay our respects to the dragon.
Mm.
And then they'll lead us in. And then we bring in our ship and pull the dragon out.
That could be a very good plan.
Mm. We could surprise and kill them all once they leave us in.
Yes.
Past their traps.
Once we get the ship past the guards, we blast them.
Wait, how would we get
How would
the
we
ship
get the
past?
ship past the guards?
We're going to tell the village, hey, we're here to worship the dragon, and then they'll let us in with the ship.
Oh, with the ship.
Yeah.
Really? You think
I
they'll let us in
Doubt
with a
that.
ship?
That
have
seems
guns.
unlikely.
I'm just trying to roleplay here, guys.
Rufus, I really appreciate where you're going with this, but I think there are a couple flaws to this plan, which is why you should leave the thinking to the brains of this operation.
Got it.
I have -1 intelligence.
Guess what? Oh, no, I have -1 charisma. So I am the brains of this operation, but I am not the smooth talker. I like the idea of going in on the pretext of worshiping the dragon, paying our respects. I am a psychic, so that would also lend some authenticity to this. Maybe we take his medallion and use that.
Steal.
Maybe not. Maybe we don't take the medallion because it's supposed to be like a protector symbol, so they'll know we took it off someone.
What
Or-
if we found? Okay.
We kill them all.
I mean, that was kind of going to be the end goal anyway.
They
so.
seem, kind of like savages,
Yeah.
They're not Terrans like us that are so much better than these fucking people who live in the trees.
I agree. There's no way we could ever reform these
Yeah, no, we can't integrate them.
dirty, disgusting slobs in the trees. Let's kill them all.
I'm dying. I'm legitimately
Come on,
dying.
leader, be just as vicious, if not more.
Or are you going soft?
I will put this dagger
That-
right through your face.
There she is.
All right.
I want to shoot the villagers stuff first.
Why don't we get the villagers on the way back?
Okay.
Because they're all of the people are protecting the mountain, so all of the weak or families are probably at the village unprotected.
Yeah, so like do the hard job first, then eliminate all of the potential loose ends.
The women and children.
Potential loose ends sounds a little bit better.
Why would you care, Miss Evil?
We have a reputation to uphold, which is we're spreading peace.
You're the military. You don't do that.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Their screams are my ASMR.
Yikes.
And what you're talking about, Kylie, is if you guys picked the ambassador route. What you guys are doing is the military route, which is if you don't unify with us, you will have no peace.
And they tried to kill us.
Okay. Yeah.
Embrace the evil.
Aye. Okay, let's go on our ship and we can maybe lure them out front into like an easy area and we can just shoot them like fish in a pond.
Okay.
This is Alpha Team. Are you there? Over. Oh, wait, I did it wrong. I just said over to nothing.
Alpha Team. All right.
We're ready to
You're
rumble.
so good.
Hello, Alpha Team. This is Planet Exploration Cruise Ship 59795. We hear you. Over.
Hey, we're going to have to requesting an aerial reinforcement at these coordinates. Over.
Is your team going to be clear from the area, or how strategic is this bombing? Is it going to be shooting them? Is it going to be bombing? Widespread, targeted? What are we aiming for? Over.
All I can think is the SpongeBob, like, dude.
You're welcome.
Requesting aerial bombing. Okay. Oh, God, what? I'm thinking bombing the village but not the mountain, because if we bomb the mountain, it could, like, structurally.
Oh, yeah, what if we start bombing the village and like
Oh, the guards
do you think they'll
run
go
away.
to go to try and
And then we can
help?
just
And
Yeah.
we can just sneak in there and we can
And
just
grab
kill
it.
them all at once.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's do that. Perfect.
Great. We're going to request the bombing function on these coordinates here for this sector. On our signal, we're going to do just shooting the rest of them. Over.
I've taken it they have not united with our version of peace. Have they resisted?
There's some massive resistance here. There's no saving them. Over.
Understood. Aerial support incoming. Lead the way.
All hail Terran Empire.
Peace, unity,
Peace and
hail.
unity,
No, what
peace
is
and
it?
unity.
Through unity, peace. Through peace, unity. All hail.
All hail. Over.
Hey, Terry, you want to get the coffee ready? We got to do some shooting later. Jim, you left the communicator on. I told you. Shut that shit off.
They're just making that sound.
All
The
right,
communicators
so
don't do that.
let's get in a strategic position so that as soon as all of these protectors are clear, we can just siege the dragon's nest. The ship crew is very capable. They can take care of the rest of it. So,
Captain, while we're just waiting here for the aerial attack, Scuttlebutt said that, some psychics are experiencing some lesser power since, the whole dragon taking away their gift thing. Have you experienced that lately?
I haven't noticed anything like that. My power is pretty powerful, so maybe some lesser psychics are having trouble, but not me.
Oh, yeah, of course. Never intended otherwise.
And as you guys are sitting chatting about how you definitely didn't think that the captain was losing her edge in
I definitely
any way.
don't have magical ED. It's definitely not that.
I saw you falling from the tree, and I'm like,
Kind of forgot that she had that ability to just walk up those things. She's never done that before.
Whoops. Well.
And as you guys are having this kind of awkward, intense chat about your commander's ability, you hear the telltale sound of your ships coming in and just the as the village just gets obliterated, and you hear the ships end up making its way toward you as it's coming back to continue the end of the plan, and you hear a okay, where are the dissonants that we're aiming for with the guns?
I'll mark on the map. I'll mark like where we saw them. Because you explained like
Yeah. I explained like I was thinking that if we bomb the village, it might be enough to make them move into a better position where we could just shoot them all.
Well, maybe the person
Easily.
with the psychic ability should be saying if they're moving or not.
Oh yeah, I should check that.
Because you're the
huh?
only person who knows where they even are.
I'm gonna ping for psychics again.
Some of them have broken off from their normal grid pattern that they
Okay.
were in, and others have condensed around one specific area. There's like a few condensed lights.
Okay, Captain Pedroso is here. These are the coordinates for the shoot 'em ups. the guns.
Shoot 'em ups.
What's wrong with me?
Kylie's so bad at being evil, she's using kid talk for the weapon.
Yeah.
These are the coordinates for the gunnery assault. 3/4 of the group should be in this approximate location. I'll leave it up to you guys. Make sure you get them all. We'll take care of the rest. Return to these coordinates to assist with the loading of the precious cargo, aka Dragon. Over.
Loud and clear. Got it. Taking out the dissonance.
yeah, that's awesome.
Let's go start in on these ones that are still around the dragon.
Yeah, let's go shoot them up. Yeah.
Want to throw another Lazarus patch on me before we head over? Just
Slap. Right on your forehead.
Great, thanks.
For your brain power.
Woo! How much do I get for that?
Oh, yeah, I
1d6.
should roll for that. So 2 plus my heal is 5, so 10.
Yay, 18. That's reasonable.
Good.
I'll take
Are you
it.
guys going to make any sort of plan to go around these guys, or
Oh, I kind of thought we were
Guns
just going to
blazing.
go take the couple that are remaining guns blazing and just...
I have grenades.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
is there
let's
any sort
grenade
of
these
plan that you
puppies.
want to do to give yourself an advantage? Because fighting one guy with 3 of these things seem to kind of be a handful.
What if we surround them in a triangle, and then I give you guys grenades,
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
and then we can all throw 3 grenades at them?
Just splash damage as much as you can.
I
Yeah.
mean, as long as we can get them to not whistle, we shouldn't have to deal with the leafy boys.
Even if we do, though, the ship is gonna turn around. It's gonna be here
Yeah,
in like
that's
2
true.
seconds. So
Yeah.
we just need a distraction for like 2 minutes.
Grenades.
Grenades.
I give you guys 2 grenades.
Triangle formation.
Woo!
Triangle. Position Alpha, Beta, C.
Alpha beta parking lot.
Triangle
Beta
formation.
parking
How
lot.
how about position delta?
Yeah, there
Oh,
we go.
God. It's all coming back.
We're pulling a delta maneuver.
All right, we go. How do we
How
roll?
do we do the
Do you want us
grenades?
to roll?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
how do you do the grenade? So I'm going to say you guys successfully set up. These guys are going to be on high alert, so I'll roll for them to see if any of them can notice you. You see one guy kind of like starts nudging the others, and you hear a as they like call the leafy spiny guys over, the insectoids, and they form a different kind of circle as they're all kind of looking out into the area, but none of them actually spot. Like you can tell that none of them have spotted you. They are just alerted to the fact that they're not just guarding an entrance now. Like there is someone imminently going to start attacking them.
Yeah.
They just do not know where you are.
Which we do. Throw the
Okay. Can I like roll to notice to see like exactly where the entrance is for whatever the dragons living in?
Yeah, roll a notice.
Or is it like really obvious? Sick. That didn't work. Never mind. I noticed nothing.
So you look, and it doesn't actually look like they're by any sort of entrance. But they all are very much grouped up in this one location, and you know from the other guy that they are defenders, and you know from your intel that their insignia means they're defenders of, or like shrine people for these dragons. So there's no reason why they wouldn't be at an entrance. It just doesn't look like there is one.
Okay. Another question. Can I use my little psychic ping to see if there's a psychic signal that is not from these guys grouped right around here?
Sure, you do that, and it is every single one of them is psychic. Their insectoid friends are not. And there is a thrumming coming from the inside of the mountain.
I'm pretty sure the dragon is inside the mountain, my friend, so we are going to need to look alive.
Friends.
It's just a saying, don't get excited.
I've been excited since the moment we landed.
Yeah, well, you're on. Okay.
Grenades out.
Yep, grenades out on my mark. 3, 2, 1.
Are we rolling decks for this?
Yeah, how do you use the grenades, Laura, for
So-
the others?
Yes, the grenades are 2d6 if you hit, range, whatever. Grenade users always roll to attack AC 10.
Okay.
I missed that note before,
Yep.
so we
Because
have
it's like
to
a big
just-
splash attack.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
On a miss, the grenade lands 1d10 meters away from the target in a random direction. Hit or miss, the grenade then explodes for 2d6 damage to all targets within 5 meters. Victims are allowed an evasion save for half damage. But I think you just, like, throw them. So I would assume...
It's just against an AC 10. So you all roll
Yeah.
20. Are each of you throwing 2 grenades? Is that what you said?
Oh, I meant, like, here's one.
Okay,
Give
so
guys
each of you are
2.
throwing 1 grenade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Okay.
2d6.
Oh,
14.
I got a 3.
Hell yeah, 17.
All right, so one of the grenades, I got north, south, east, and west on here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. North, south, east, west. If Kylie's thing redirects to the east, it's still within the group of people that are all there. It'll probably be more of the mantisy insectoid things that get hit instead of the people, but it'll still hit if it goes east. So north is 1, south is 2, 3 is east.
Come on, 3.
Get a 3, get a 3, get a 3. That's a 2.
2.
Damn it.
So Kylie's does go off course, but both of
Whoops.
yours hit.
2d6. 5.
8. And they can do evasion saves. But if they didn't even know we were
They
there...
didn't. They knew that something was going to happen, so I'll just do one group evasion thing.
That's fair.
A 7, which does not pass for them.
Yeah!
So they are all on high alert, and Yvette's grenade goes out a little bit in front of them, and they're like, grenade! And then they all go off. And that is how much damage total?
13.
That's not a lot.
No.
No.
Damn it, I thought it'd be way more.
No.
And the ship's coming around to shoot them anyway.
The people are going to be, they're at like quarter health. So like they took a lot, but the
Okay.
insectoid creatures do not take all that much. So they're like still ripping and ready to fight. And the people are kind of like regathering themselves as they kind of scatter and they try and, look for the best place to cover because they all got hit onto the ground. They're all prone because you did hit them with 2 grenades and then another one did some damage in front of them. So they are all not in a good position for when this ship comes around and goes, Alpha Team requesting new coordinates for remainder of dissonance.
I send them.
Beep, bleep.
Over. Peace and unity.
Oh,
hell.
Peace and unity.
Peace and unity.
And it just rains down on them. And now you are in front. You guys are all in front of the area walking over these dead bodies and all the carcasses of these exploded insectoids as you approach the front of the mountain that they were guarding.
I spit on them.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to, can I like loot one? See if they have like a key or something?
There's no key. You don't find any sort of key. And like if someone rolls a notice on the mountain because it doesn't look like there's a door.
That's a 7.
That's a 4.
8.
You two notice that there are wear marks on the mountain. Almost looks like something slides open.
I think this is going to activate on the full moon. There's wear marks on it.
I'm thinking they're... Jesus. All right. When you first said weremarks, though, my brain did go to werewolf.
You were going to say something?
I can't see it.
Oh, right.
I think we just have to slide something and I start pushing at the wall.
How big is this wall?
It slides in and out, looks
Oh,
like.
that's true, yeah. Okay, I'll grab the other side. Let's open this thing.
Ah!
Let's open this
Okay,
can of
both
Do
of
worms.
you
you think maybe
exert
there's
strength.
a lever? No? Okay.
20?
I mean,
No, it's not, right?
They're jugheads. They're going for it.
I have super strong. I'm super strong. I'm not
You
smart.
have super strong?
That's a 9.
4.
You get like a grip on it and you can hold it like slightly open, but you can't get it anywhere near open enough that you guys can crawl through. But there's a slight gap as you're holding this thing open.
Could I use my telekinetic manipulation to, like, shove
Oh.
something in there to prop it open?
The bodies.
Tree. Something less squishy than a dead body, I think. Like a fallen tree branch or tree limb or something to keep it
You
propped
can
open.
do whatever you want. You just got to roll telekinesis.
Okay.
You can make all the bodies
I
into
don't
one
think
big
I-
flesh mass.
That
Holy
is
shit.
a 12 plus 1 is a 13.
Okay, that complete success. You go to
Yardsy.
reach out with your telekinesis, and you realize as you're doing this that there is a spot on the inside of the mountain that almost seems like it was made for grabbing with telekinesis and is aided, like it aids telekinesis when it's used. So they were using telekinesis to unlock and lock this mountain pass.
Oh, I do that then instead of shoving something
No,
in there.
that's what I'm saying is you do
Yeah.
that like as soon as you reach out with your psychic power, you realize that there's a conduit for this exact psychic power there.
Perfect. Oh, hey guys, I got you.
I'm glad one of us was a psychic.
I know, right?
Good job, Captain.
Thank you. And this is why I'm the brains.
And you are all walking and you are all walking inside of the mountain.
It's cold in here.
I'm going to reach out with my ping here. I keep changing the fucking name on it every time. And see if I can identify like where the dragon might be based off his like psychic energy.
And you do that, and you need to roll a mental save.
Oh no. That's a 17. That passes. Oh, and
That expends an effort when you do that.
Okay. Well, I also get a +3 to saving throws versus any type of psionic power.
Okay, well, that was what that was. You do still expend an effort to resist
Ah,
it.
nuts. Okay.
Damn, you okay, Captain? You look like you smelled something really bad for a second.
Yeah, there's a little bit of psychic shenanigans happening over here.
Nothing a bullet can't solve.
Yeah, well, we gotta find it first, so hold on to those bullets so you don't accidentally shoot one of us. He just holds it. Do I at least, like, okay, so I did the effort, but do I get a direction?
Yes,
Okay.
you get a direction. You guys follow this path, and you go through this like dank and gloomy path that has a bunch of stalactite and stalagmite. It's an old cave, and you see where there like were wear marks at one point, but it's kind of stop it. It's like the stalactite are forming over where something used to walk through here, but it doesn't seem like anything has passed through this area in a long time. And you end up getting to a large open chamber that has a small light to the outside where you just see a humongous, like this. You're starting to think that this mountain isn't much of a mountain as it is almost like a cocoon. Like it was created by this mountain-sized dragon that is inside of it. As you see, it's like back raise up and down with labored breathing. It has just long gray fur and like lots of like scales are coming off of it. This is an old dragon, but you see it there.
I almost feel bad for it.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
I can't believe that thing gave us our power, like the Terrans. It looks so crusty and old, you know?
I mean, yeah, but imagine like a couple thousand years ago, they were all in their prime and they probably looked pretty impressive. This guy's just sad. Uh-oh.
You two take 3 damage. You can roll to resist.
That bitch.
Oh, I got a nat 20.
It doesn't affect you, but you feel that it just tried to use the telepathic power, like the mental assault attack.
Ow! What the fuck?
Captain, I'm getting the hell out of here.
No, you're not, soldier. You're going to stay right where you are.
I'm going to start blasting then.
Nope.
I have nothing to do.
What do we do now? Do we talk to it? Punch it?
Stab it.
Well, we got to somehow get it out of here so we can get it on the ship.
Provoke it to chase us by shooting it.
Maybe let's start with talking.
My
Remember,
head.
our superiors would prefer it to be undamaged.
Go for it, Captain.
I'm going to approach like the general vicinity of its head. Not close enough to get snapped at, though. And I'm going to just say hello.
That's not the captain I know.
So evil.
Threaten it. Threaten it, Captain.
I am Captain Pedroso. Are you one of the dragons of old who bequeathed your psionic power to the people of Terra? To the
everyone.
people of the universe.
Terrans. Such a disappointment.
Well, that's rude. What do you mean a disappointment?
Abuse. Neglect.
Hmm.
Uncaring. Scourge.
All right, I see what you mean.
Piece of nudity.
Neglect these nuts.
Well, well, sometimes to bring peace to a universe, you have to break a couple of eggs. By that I mean entire planets.
You two take 5 damage.
Oh my-
You get to resist.
Oops.
Captain, I'm dying over here.
Captain, please.
Dude, kill it.
Oh, I got a 3.
Are you actually
Plus
dying?
3 is a 6, but that still doesn't win.
I have
No.
18 left, yeah.
Feeble.
I mean, when you keep stabbing us through the brain like that, yeah. You can either come with us willingly, or we will destroy this entire planet. The choice is yours.
Give me a roll.
It's pretty good, Kylie.
What kind of roll?
Talk.
Oh, shit. Oh, but I rolled really fucking well. That's an 11. How about survive?
No.
Dang it.
This is talk charisma.
So it's a 10.
Okay. Don't you have a -1 in charisma?
Fuck. It's a 9. I hate you. You bitch.
You will not harm these people. With the last of my breath, you will be snuffed out like the insect ungrateful that you are.
It's a little late for that one, bud.
They're already dead.
Yeah.
5 more damage to you two. You can resist.
I'm going to give the order to attack now. 7,
Now
8, 9,
that
10.
I have 13 health left?
Yes, physical. 10, I'm safe.
I can slap you with a Lazarus patch real quick.
And I'm also going to call in the squad being like, Captain here, we left the little gangway open for you. It's some tight flying, but turn your headlights on high, and we found the dragon, but we're going to need some help.
Over. We'll do our best.
Thanks. Goodbye.
I'm going to roll pilot for them because
Yup.
that's rough.
Shouldn't they just blast through the side of the mountain?
Well, I mean, that's another option. But
Yeah,
I don't
they
want
make
to
it.
drop it on us.
Okay, they make it. Can we run into the ship?
Yeah, let's go into the ship and then blast him.
I'm gonna get some shots off on him first, though.
Okay, well, you can do that. I'm going to keep going.
Are you guys doing anything?
I was going to heal him, but since the ship's here, we can just go on the ship.
Yeah, I'm just running towards the ship.
Yeah, I thought we were going to keep taking damage, so no, we're good.
You guys get up onto the ship as it gets there, kind of like lowers down a hatch so that you guys can come in, just like a drop down elevator kind of a thing. And it lowers that down. You guys all grab on and start getting lifted up, and you just see this like shaking of the dragon. It almost looks like it's part of it is becoming translucent and fuzzy. It looks like a heat wave that is happening, and it just disappears.
What? Where did it go?
We lost visual.
I'm going to use my telekinetic refinement to see if I can find where he is.
And you use your telekinetic refinement, and it is currently, it doesn't show up, and you're very confused by that.
Hey, he's nowhere on my psychic radar, so that's concerning.
I'm gonna go ahead and write down that dragons can teleport. Put that in my report.
Oh,
I'm going to give
yeah,
give the radar a visual pat down.
Interesting. That's an interesting problem.
That stupid lizard got away.
Well, I mean, I guess let's get out of this place.
Maybe we can get some shore leave after this.
Wait. I'm going to see if I notice if there's any treasure. 6.
Ain't nothing.
We killed everyone and blew everything up.
So you guys tell them to just take the ship out. It seems like it disappeared. And as soon as you leave the opening, you just hear just this.
Yeah, that's what I thought was going
And
to
it just
happen.
pops back in directly on top of the ship. It's going to attack the ship. I'm going to give the ship an AC of 14. It rolls a 17 plus 5 is a 23.
Ouch.
And we all die instantly.
Yeah, probably. And that's how the story ends, folks. Thank you for listening.
And it rolled a 11 on damage, which your ships are typically like 25-ish health, so that's like half the health of the ship as you see like
Yeah, but
a
I
wing.
bet the ship had armor.
Sure, it got reduced by we'll say like 5.
Okay.
So it's 6 damage. It's at like your ship is at like quarter health as an engine gets teared into by this giant dragon as it screams out through this attack, and it also does a mental attack on everyone on the ship.
Great.
So anyone with psychic can resist. That is 4 damage to anyone who is not.
That's a 17 I resisted. Hey.
The pilot is like barely keeping this thing moving as it just had a almost mountain-sized dragon teleport directly on top of it and like push it out of the air.
I thought the ship was supposed to carry the dragon. Why are we taking so much damage? What the hell?
Do a barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll.
Alpha team, the dragon is way larger than any of our team ever had recon for.
Yeah, you're right.
I think we're gonna have to put this thing down.
The dragon or the ship?
I'll take your order, Commander Alpha.
Let's go for the kill. We got to take care of this thing so that we can at least bring parts of it back.
Intel dropped the ball on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Who's got?
I run over to the gunner. The
Yep.
gunner seat.
Captain gave you an order to take it out. You hop in the gunner seat. Roll to attack. 3d8 is the damage that you'll be dealing when you
14.
plus.
Oh, that's plus.
Oh, 14 total.
Yeah.
That does not hit the dragon. So you just start spraying as the ship is like spinning around. Does someone else want to do something?
Genevieve, join me! It's the D20, Genevieve!
Okay.
Use the D20 to use the guns! Kill this stupid lizard.
14.
That's what he just got. Does not hit.
Fuck.
Darn, we had to recalibrate the guns.
I'm better at punching.
Ting, 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 ting.
Okay, so I have a skill called Psychic Static where I can negate perceived psychic powers.
Yep, that's what he did to you.
Yeah, the next time it looks like he's gearing up to attack, I'm going to do that. It's an instant action.
That's the next thing that it's going to do is the
Okay.
mental attack. Everybody take 5 damage who's not a psychic. Psychics can try and resist it, but you're going to cancel it, right?
Yeah,
So you go to cancel it and it resists and continues.
I'm going to try one more time.
And it
Cancel
resists and continues.
All right, then I quit. Figured I'd
So everyone
I'd-
takes 5 damage that is not a psychic. Psychics can roll to resist.
I'd waste a couple of
I have 4 health left.
I got 14 that
I'm
resists.
gonna heal myself and then heal you. This is bad. We're dead.
Heal me, I'm dying.
Are we like, is this like an initiative round or is it just we keep going?
No, we're just role playing.
Oh, okay.
I'm
okay,
dying.
well,
I'm running over to
Captain.
heal.
heal Rufus.
Like, I'll just make the dragon do things like as you guys have taken enough actions.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get 8 health.
Frick yeah!
Okay.
I need to heal
Now
myself too.
heal yourself, and then is there another? I don't have gun. I
I'm
don't
back
have
on the
shoot. That
guns.
will not help at all.
I'm good,
All right,
Captain.
continue the bombardment of this.
29.
All right, so before you continue your bombardment, it's going to unleash an attack.
Whoa.
I hit 29, though.
I'll let you save that.
That was a little incredible.
Okay, I'll actually let you do your attack first. So you do your 29 damage attack and you hit.
No. Yeah. So, and then that was 3d8, we said?
Yep, 3d8.
3d8.
10, 13.
So that's 13 damage, but it's like from the perspective of a ship. So like that's a lot more than like whatever you guys would do with your regular
Yeah.
stuff.
You're still just making the noises in the cockpit.
This is sick.
So it takes the 13 damage, and you see just like chunks of it just kind of get ripped out as it isn't able to dodge away from any of these big blasts. And as it roars out with pain, unleashes a huge roar as like magma spews from its body, and it's going to attack with thermokinesis. And it does 10d12 damage.
We're dead.
Dodge.
18, which I think would hit.
You mean the AC?
Yeah.
It is 14.
As you see it like doing this huge spewing fire attack, you see that like its body is just kind of not resisting this anymore. This is like a final death throw that it's trying to do as its body is also melting from like the thermokinesis.
Yeah.
I'm getting in the escape pod.
And it does 45 damage.
Oh, woof.
Minus the 5 from the armor. Unleashes this huge belching breath of magma. You see it starts like shredding, and you just see all of the magma just slam into your ship as like the top is just instantly melted off, and your ship is now crashing, plummeting.
Yeah. How much damage did you get the first time?
It was like 11.
It was 11
That was
minus
11
5, 6.
minus 5, so it was 6. So 46 total damage.
46 total?
Yep.
So we still have 14 HP.
One last shot. One last shot.
Take it, Rudolph. No, Rufus.
13.
Total? Oh no.
Genevieve, I'm out of control. Get knock some sense into your go shoot.
26.
Hell yeah. Roll damage. That's 3d8.
Ooh, 13.
And it rips into this thing, just like hitting it right in the neck as it's still spewing all the magma, and you see magma just start coming out, dripping from it.
Oh,
my
as
God.
it's just
Eat that, iguana.
Ew.
sorry.
as you see it does another flicker, it tries to teleport away, and you see that it isn't getting far with its teleporting as it's trying to do its absolute best to take down this thing so that it doesn't wipe out the rest of the planet. And also it just has a disdain for Terrans.
Captain, do something. We're gonna crash.
Call a doctor, but not for me.
No, call a doctor for us. We're dying. Can you stop it from teleporting or something?
Meta-dimensional friction. As main action, the meta-scion commits effort for the scene to create localized MES turbulence around a visible target psychic within 200 meters. Each time the target commits effort or an NPC initiates a psychic power, they suffer 1d8 damage per metapsionic skill level of the adept. I should have done this earlier. I'm an idiot.
Oh, that is awesome.
Each time the target suffers the damage, they can attempt a mental saving throw to throw off the effect. It lasts no longer than the rest of the scene at most. Only one application of this friction can affect a target at once.
It is going to immediately try and use the mental ability.
Yep.
And that is 6 damage to everyone except psychics who can resist.
I'll live.
And then it just used a psychic ability, so roll a d8 against it.
They can attempt a mental saving throw to throw off the effect.
That is not a success.
Okay. 10, so I pass. 1d8 damage per metapsionic skill level, so 3d8 damage.
Yep.
9, 10, 11.
13.
What?
11.
11. I'm like, math is not my strong suit, but that's easy enough.
And because it's already so decrepit that it's damaging itself with its own abilities, and you just add an extra strain on top of that, you see it go to unleash another fire breath, and you all just brace for death at this point as its body just kind of chokes and goes limp, and the dragon falls from the sky as you guys putter to the ground to check on the body.
Oh, hell!
Peace and unity!
As you guys go out, you communicate back to the ship, back to your superiors, that you have not only found, but you have been able to kill one of the dragons. And you report back all of the abilities that it had. And you report back that it was older, so you'll need to really focus on this, etc. And with that, the Terrans have enough information to start hunting dragons as they look through this thing's corpse and find that it's not just them that are psychic, but their very being, their very marrow is just pure psychic energy as they begin to harvest and reclaim from dragon after dragon psychic power to keep fueling their gift that has been siphoned away from them by the ones who originally gifted it. As the Terrans travel across all of the different galaxies through their rings that keep getting weaker and weaker, and they have to keep supplementing them with more bones of the fallen givers of their gift until there is only one left. And we see that the Terrans, they find a way to make a permanent gestalt with their minds, and all of them harness all of their own psychic energy into one being that chases the dragons down until there is none left but the last dragon, Zugaltha, the original gift giver of the Terrans, as they teleport through the rings, chasing him down. And in one final moment, Zugaltha unleashes the rage of all of the dragons, the psychic energy that he has always had, that the dragons have tried to gift back to him as this merciless hunt continues. And an explosion sectors wide happens, and the Terrans and Zugaltha disappear.
Wow.
And then, through screaming, Mohan opens his eyes as nanobots are crawling through his body, as he sees flesh outside just collapsing the paradise. And Trixie, over the intercom, just screams,
"You're finally awake! I can't keep this up much longer! Save them!"
and that's where we're going to end the session.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
Is it power off?
I can't leave you guys totally hanging for getting the AI on your side. The whole point of the AI was to prevent the Terran from being able to kill you guys.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
So Trixie did her job, and now
Yay.
Mohan is waking up in just incredible pain, but still alive on the paradise
Somehow.
from the inside of the Terran.
Jesus. Oh
That's
my
cool.
God.
Can I
Go guns blazing.
Nope, that character's dead.
Yeah, so you guys,
really like that
the
character.
theme of this is that you guys were experiencing the memories of the Terrans as you were trying to be absorbed by it.
Oh, that is
makes a lot of sense,
cool.
I love it.
Dude.
And Trixie was able to keep you guys just alive enough that the Terran did not assimilate you, because her whole thing was the flesh mass can't hurt her.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's
Oh
why
my
we
God.
wanted it.
Yep.
Yeah.
We brought her.
Jesus.
So how was that? Was that fun?
was
Learning about the
good.
Terrans and
Yeah.
how
It
they're complete douches, colonial bastards?
It was very entertaining to play just such utter reprehensible people.
Yeah, I
Even
said
though
something.
it was really, really hard for me, it was really entertaining to watch you guys thrive in it, which
It
was
was
really
fun.
terrifying.
It was a lot of fun watching you guys just lean into it.
Sometimes it's really fun to be evil, but you say something and you're like, God,
Ugh, that felt
Jesus
bad.
Christ. I'm like,
If someone's going to take that out of context someday, you're going to be so
like
fucked.
the whole point of this is colonialism bad. Like, if
Yeah.
that's not the message you take away from this, you can't be helped.
You clearly have not been paying attention.
Like this is galactic colonialism is what
Yes.
the Terran is.
I think the Terrans are all right.
we made so many Nazi subtle jokes. Like, that's.
or not so subtle.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
My comment about goose stepping.
Yeah. Don't make that salute. Goose step.
I hadn't said anything reprehensible yet. I needed to have something.
Okay, everybody, we are on what I would consider the finale. We have a 4-part finale coming up to end the series. So in the next 4 releases, we will be done with Children of the Spine.
Oh my God.
So thank you all for listening. Make sure to join our Discord. Discord link down in the show notes. All socials are in the show notes. We don't really use the socials. Join our Discord, chat with us, especially as we come up on the finale, because we would love to hear what you guys think about, what we're doing. If you're having fun, if we've been having a ton of fun making this story for you and taking some like really wild turns, like this whole Terran thing. But yeah, join the Discord, talk to us, have fun. Thank you to Wowbit for the use of our theme song, Into the Portal. And thank you to Kevin MacLeod for the use of our ending theme, On the Shore. And can't wait to get back to the Paradise crew, as they are going to have to find their way out of a very bad situation.
Yeah.
Blasting.
So anyways, it started blasting. All right, have a good one, everybody.
Bye.
Join the Discord.
Join the Discord.
Join the Koi. My mom once told me life is like a box of chocolates.
You're going to get sued for that one, my dude.
Is it? Are we?
No.
Whew. All right, let's go. Go, Captain. I'm vengeance.
What the fuck? You can't quote other movies in your podcast, my dude.
Just only movie quotes as your character.
Gandalf.
We're putting down the alpha team. I'll restart. We zoom in.
Okay, I'm done.
Oh, boy.